fiercest top 8 we've ever had, continues to deliver some of the best quarterfinals we've ever seen. G2 improving over BDS in the international rivalry. They get to hold the title right now. They need a trophy, Bates. Just between the two of them, they pass back and forth.
Man, they need a trophy right now because they won one match on land. They finally made BDS.
No. Like a rivalry trophy. That when BDS and G2 face off against each other, it's on the line.
Oh, yeah, I would like that. I mean, listen, those are two of the most storied franchises of RLCS, especially in the open era.
Yeah.
G2 takes this bout this time around, but you already know Monkey Moon and BDS are going to be trying to bounce back. Droughtley, I think, played really great in that series, especially in Game 6 at that top left corner. So you expect BDS to just bounce back after that.
I mean, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Hi, by the way.
It's good to see you. How do you feel about the no EU top 4 situation that we were?
I'm glad you came to me. Obviously,
Yeah.
the most EU-focused of the entire crew.
I'm just curious.
I am fantastic right now. I'm so happy. There was
Yeah.
so many of us backstage like, all right, yes, we picked against G2, but we're all very happy they actually made it.
Yeah.
Because there's people that want not EU all top 4. I really want like, one from every single region. That's
I
my
mean,
absolute
it could happen now. It could happen.
It's so good.
We'll see if we get there, folks. It's going to be a big day. We got lots of action coming down the pipe for you all. The bracket is continuing to fill out as we progress through our event, and I'm excited to see where we go from here. 2 big matches coming up, and it's kind of crazy, Gibbs, because like we were all talking about, like, okay, let's get through the NA matches at the beginning, because we get the Fury versus Vitality and Karmine Corp versus Falcons. But like, they now have a bar to meet.
Yeah,
the matches
absolutely.
have been great.
And honestly, I thought out of all 4 quarterfinals, the most I thought BDS was the lock of these 4.
Yeah,
and they lost.
really?
So literally, it's anyone's game at this point. And these 2 matches, I expect to be very close. Vitality, you can never catch them out, but Furia, the #1 offense, they look so good, but eventually they have to have faults at some point.
Well, folks, again, 2 more matches to go on the day before we are done. We've got Karmine Corp versus the Falcons coming up a little bit later, but for now, Furia versus Team Vitality. This one gonna be strong. Excited about it here, folks. A rematch from the Swiss. Furia surprised the world when they took down Vitality here. They're gonna try and see if they can do it again.
And for Vitality, this entire time has been us constantly saying during the European broadcast, they're going to go back to their world's form soon. It's happening. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. They are running out of time.
It is going to be an exciting moment, folks. It's time to welcome the teams to the stage.
Introducing first, representing South America, the Kings of Brazil, Furia!
They're here to fight. Furia, the greatest offense throughout the Swiss, #1 in goals per game at 3.23, and that all begins and ends, honestly, with Lost. Sitting at 1.31 goals per game. He was involved in 2 goals per game. Only 7 teams at this event have more than 2 goals per game as a team. Lost is doing that by himself. Furia's offense is unmatched.
It's unmatched indeed right now. I mean, Lost has been so good on offense, but it really comes down to Big Yan in the middle. He's the team captain. Now, I like focusing on team captains because they really bring it together. You see in the highlights how hype Applejack gets when they score, how hype Beast Mode gets when they score. Yan, he's been here before at the World Championship stage, 21-22, going up against Moist, the favorites to win the World Championship, and they took him down, and he got up and screamed at the crowd. You expect the energy right now, Shogun.
That is what he has done all the time, but this is the player I think everyone is behind. After that interview, everyone in the world became Furia fans because Drafinho, phenomenal on the field, phenomenal off the field. Let's see what he can bring to them today. Big thumbs up. He's ready to let them know.
They brought a marching band, apparently.
The South American MVP, Drafinho, he gets added to this Furia roster. We talk about it time and time again. Consolidation of talent to beat the world champions in Vitality. Now is the time.
They're looking strong. The fans are fierce in the stands here. Look at this. I'm telling you, we've had drums in the crowd. I don't think we've had a drum line.
Do they have a drum line?
I don't know, but I hear multiple drums.
They are significantly more coordinated than any of the Europeans have ever been.
They're having a good time.
This is incredible. Well, they're not the only fierce team in the building. Let's meet their opponents.
And their opponents representing Europe, your reigning Rocket League Champion du Monde, Team Vitality!
A lot has changed since we last saw them in front of a crowd. They're not coming out with American flags anymore. They're not coming out with Ferrer anymore, but they are coming out with this man right here, the greatest player in the world, in Zen.
Zen, the moment he hit the RLCS stage, he just got used to winning. 3 regionals, when they're all regions back in the day, won the spring major, won the world championship, and he's back on the land stage. You can see the confidence on the young man. He wasn't doing it in his first land, but now we know, now he's poised. Now he knows how to be a showman on the stage when it matters the most. And Vitality are ready to play right now.
230 days ago, they hoisted the World Championship trophy, and they don't feel like they've lost it just yet. Sure, open qualifiers, they might have slipped up a bit, but that does not matter. The only thing that matters is if you win the majors and if you win the World Championship. And guess what? Zen and Alpha, back-to-back LAN champions. It is their crown until it's not.
And some people are saying they've fallen off a little bit. Listen, it's kind of hard to rebound it when you're that great. Their peak was so high. There's going to be some natural slip-off. They had to fight. They had to claw. They had to scrape against a Luminosity team that a lot of people wrote off. But they're made it here. They're here now. That's all that really matters. And now Ratto all the way at the end. You saw a little bit of bounce yesterday when they went against Luminosity. And that's what you want to see. Look at him waving at the crowd. He's another crowd favorite. They're 2-time land champions for a region, and they're trying to repeat.
I just also want to remind people of the history of Rocket League. We've seen teams struggle in the middle of seasons and have bad starts to lands and then turn things around. You look at BDS back in 2021, 2022, they went 0-9 across 2 different events, and then they win the World Championship.
And honestly, with this crowd right now, like, it feels like the main event at this point. First 2 matches, crowd are getting up for goals. This crowd is going to be loud the entire time. Every 5-minute game, it is going to be deafening in here. And that's something that could play a factor for Comms, for Furia, and Vitality.
Listen, and then you got the player spotlight. The 2 best players, I guess, they were playing the best for the teams right now. Lost. You see what he's averaging. I mean, look at him, shot percentage, ridiculous, 40%. Look at Zen's, it's 24%. That showed you how accurate Lost has been this whole entire time. Average score 450, and then Zen, he's been playing good too, Shogun.
For Zen in this one, it is all about getting the perfect first touch, because he is not going to get much time before a Furia player is launched at him. It is all about creating chances out of nothing, and Vitality might just have the best players for that.
I do love that right now Lost is going to try and break the personal goals per game record at an event that was set by his team captain. If that doesn't speak to how aggressive this Furia lineup is, I don't know what else does.
And listen, the last 2 times we saw these teams playing Swiss round 2 on Thursday, Furia, they had all the pressure. They had Vitality trapped up in their own half. They had them panicking. They had them in a box, and that ultimately ended up coming to Furia's benefit in Game 5 when Alpha and Zen double committed.
But not only that, it was a Game 5. It was a very close match. Vitality was not out of that. One difference is that 1 double commit, and if they get a counterattack instead, we'd be singing a different tune on Vitality right now.
It would be. Folks, who do you think is going to win? Let us know in chat. Hashtag FUR, hashtag VIT. And we got to make the predictions up here as well. I'm curious what the building feels like right now. It feels, I don't think we can pull it by sound. It's
already too loud, yeah.
Some of them
it feels loud. We are getting the vibrations over the hair.
Shogun, who do you think? Who do you think's got this one?
I've got to go Furia right now. You always have to go for the hot hand at the time, and Furia, they are just so quick, so dangerous. There is going to be no time to breathe for Vitality, and I'm really worried that Vitality are going to be under so much pressure just from Furia, but they have made their own problems at times, and they can't afford to do that.
I made a bold prediction at the last World's Top 5 players, Drufinho. I thought he would be one of them. That did not happen, but here, it's very possible. I'm going Furia as well.
All right.
Got two Furious on the board. Listen, I respect it. They played absolutely great in the Switch, but you saw the first 3-0 team at Switch. They had to go all the way to Game 7, and they ended up winning. I don't think it's going to happen right here. I'm going with the reigning world champions. I'm going with the Bees. Give me Vitality over Furia right here in game number 7.
All right, so we got two Furious, one Vitality. Wave.
I went with Fury on this one as well. But the question, no one cares what I think. They want to know what the coin thinks. They want to know what the coin thinks. We'll find out here, folks. It's going to be, it's blue for Furia. Blue for Furia. We're ready? Here we go. Oh, it's Vitality. Vitality. The world champs for the coin. Okay, so that moves us at 3 and 2 here, yes? Okay. Damn, split on the desk?
Split on the desk again, but last time, all I got to say is me and the coin, we synced up. You check what the audience thinks, so man, like, we can do that.
I don't even know they can hear us.
I don't know. Copenhagen, can you hear me? Okay.
All
Listen,
right.
you got Furia really loud over there. Who you think's gonna win, Copenhagen? If you believe in Vitality, make some noise. It's okay, but they're still not even as loud as Furia. If you believe Furia's gonna win, make some noise. I think they actually are rooting for Vitality, but the Furia fans are just so loud it doesn't
They got
matter.
drums. They got drums.
The drum's a little bit unfair. Furia is going to be the fan favorites in chat. They're the fan favorites, I think, narrowly in the building. They're also narrowly the favorites on the desk, but it's a close one, folks. Copenhagen, I hope you're ready for a treat. It's a rare day when we get to watch the birth of a legend before our very eyes. The Fury, they've already beaten these guys once. They did this yesterday. The world champs, though, they're determined to prove that result fraudulent. This was the highlight of day 1. A shot heard around the Rocket League world. A shot announcing South American power is here to stay. Can the Swarm find their true form? Can they unleash the Wizard to even the score? It's Furia versus Vitality for top 4.
The Triforce of Fury, the pride of Brazil, South America's heart and soul of Furia against the world champions. V pour victoire, domination pour France. It's Vitality.
Furia have already been here before against Vitality, and Furia are the ones who came out victorious. But the first letter of Vitality is, of course, the same as the one in victory. Already we're going to be seeing Zen take a decent chunk of offense, but when you talk about offense, my word, you cannot not talk about Furia.
The Furia #1 offense is something to fear, and the press is already on, but the low shot saved by Vitality, but the rebounds are being found by Lost. But Furia need to find those bumps, and that's where Drufinho comes into the picture. But Vitality still have some signs of life. But it goes from right to left. Alpha there first, then getting bumps into the net, but good challenges out of Furia. Now the demos are starting to be a pain.
Of course, these teams have had such different paths through to the quarterfinals so far, and somewhat conflicting when you look at how people predicted them originally as well. Furia, 3-0, taking down Vitality on the way, whereas Vitality, they went all the way to 5, struggled against Luminosity, but they still sit with the exact same right, and a semi-finals appearance is on the line.
A captain of Alpha leading that charge, and now Zen, the biggest playmaker on the team. But Vitality, this is not a one-man show. Alpha centering this one out and get the reset, but bouncing towards the net. Great save and a launch by Lost, but not enough boost to keep up with this. A double aerial challenge from Furia, a chance for Vitality to strike.
And it's Radosin with the man with the ball, but shut down again by Lost. 2 up from Furia, and my word, they live and die by their aggressive sword. Whenever they go for an attack, every player has to commit to it, otherwise you're only pushing 2/3 of your team up. And Furia are a conveyor belt of teeth when they move into the opposition's half. It's where they like to spend their time, where they like to attack from, and it is so hard to work out. On Vitality, they've been here before, they will have notes from this.
Zen trying to control this ball, and this was a match that everyone thought was going to go to 7, just based on how Swiss has gone, but lost. He's made saves time and time again. He's been the wild card that has become the ace for Furia. It goes to the orange half, and Yan is overwhelmed. The defenders group up of Vitality, but Yan from the ceiling to tap this in. No, Vitality hold off.
The defense so far, Vitality proving to be very strong. As Furia did struggle to break through, but did so repeatedly. They shut down Vitality. It was a hard time for them to make sure that they could actually stay as defensively intense as they would like to be in Furia. Every chance they had, they attempted to take. And I love that they don't have any half measures. From Yan to Drafinho, back over towards the middle. Lost receives this shot on a bit of an awkward defense. A fake out. Alpha is knocked. First blood, Furia.
Drafinho steps into the picture and makes art. When his team depended on him, he steps up and dunks the Alpha of Vitality. And finally, we enter the second half with a goal on the board. This momentum that Furia has been building up paid off after all.
And who else but Lost, realistically, to score that first goal too? He is sitting #1 in the rating. And Alpha, he's got 54 on his name, but that is the #1 goal for Vitality.
And he knows how to talk back. After he got dumped, Vitality had an answer. And this stays close. In the last rematch, it was Vitality that struck hard and they struck early. Furia were on the back foot, but Furia became prepared. Here's Alpha and Zen. Knowing Alpha needed some help, this is boomed all the way to Radosin's hands, but Drafinho smells blood in the water and wants to slow down the transition out of Vitality.
Midfield sees Drafinho go for a nice little double tap, does keep that pressure. Now Yan wants to pressure Zen. Chance with him to battle versus Alpha. It goes long. Radosin's going to respond with a punt of his own. Lost sending it opposite back corner with 100 boost and 90 seconds remaining. Yan and Lost can link up again in the midfield. We've seen so many battles previously there. In all of our series so far, we've seen one team go 2 games ahead. And then one side has won it, the other side has lost. Speaking of Lost, it's a shot, but it's a dive back from Rado. He saves it, and he gets removed from the pitch.
And Drafinho was so good at making that space usually, and that time it didn't work, and the counterattack from Vitality almost gave them the lead. But here's Alpha working on the reset, and good contest by Drafinho, the ball in Yan's hands. And against the #1 of Vitality of Zen, it's not been an easy job for the #1 of offense of Furia to get the lead back in their hands. 52 seconds remain. Vitality have the midfield to work with towards the back wall. Furia put it to the side.
It's awkward touches from both teams so far, but neither being able to capitalize on the other's errors. Drafinho sending it central. Lost touch back central. Drafinho first there. It's a fake. Alpha reads it. Yan then goes to the secondary shot. A removal from the pitch. Radosin saving from the goal line. This is how Furia love to play.
And Vitality needed that layered defense because you know how relentless Furia can be. And time is running out. In a best of 7, there's a lot of room to go as Yan tries to pop it above Alpha. There in time. The reinforcements of Vitality return. The net seems secure. It's boomed towards Yan, but Vitality aren't there to kick up and develop an offense. Now it's a midfield skirmish as the last couple of seconds go. Who will get the lead as Yan postures? He's out of boost. Where's Drafinho? He is back, keeping the ball up. Lost has to rotate forward, but it's Vitality's chance to get a lead at the last second. No! Overtime, game 1!
These two teams split by an absolute hair previously. It went to 5, and that kickoff nearly ending it in about 3 seconds. Such a close performance between the two of them in the first 10 seconds. We're already seeing the offensive prowess both teams can put forward. Alpha sends it central from a dunk, but nobody there to receive it till Zen in the corner. Intelligently takes it low, lets Radosin in to challenge. Zen there again with a reset, but ball flies a little bit too far away from him, so he can't carry on with that pressure. Drafinho to Yan. Drafinho now again going for those demos, and that offense, that aggression from Furia, their teeth are bared.
Wow, Furia have done everything. The doubles off the sidewall, the reset for Drafinho, and Yan adding to the power. But Vitality stand tall, but they are stuck in their zone. Drafinho with the ball, but Zen with the 50 in time to put it to the side. As Furia, man, this aggression is building up. Drafinho is grabbing boost, but Furia running out of resources. This is where Vitality can move it down the field and comes with speed! And Zen scores!
Who else passing down, and I love the deft touch back behind Yan. This game has been a game of such intense shots. The firepower at every opportunity has been full bore, fill it with gunpowder and send it down range. On that one, Zen taps it behind, Yan falls for the bait. And Vitality in game one take it in overtime with a 2-1 win. And Lemon, they're split yet again by just a hair.
Look at these shots. Both of these offenses are putting on master classes right now. And with how threatening Furia was and how much you had to respect South America as a region, and this team especially, Vitality's defense held on through most of those attacks. And then an OT was forced, and Zen made the magic happen again.
22 shots in that series, or in that game rather, 22. An outrageous amount of offense from both sides. That's how Furia like to play. It's how Vitality would love to play. Typically, Furia, they shut them down previously. They made sure that they weren't going to be having as many chances as they did, and yet, when it comes to LAN, Vitality on this main stage with the loud drums, with the Furiosa behind us, they do not mind that noise. Typically it's for them, but this time the South Americans have shown up.
This has been a good series. Even the last one went the distance. No clear favorites. This has been the most open major we've seen in a while when it comes to all the regions that have brought their super teams. We go to game 2 with Vitality in a lead.
Game number 2, bear in mind best of 7 here as well. Last time it was best of 5, went all the way to those 5. At demo, it's early picking. It's Rado going for 2. Jaffinia has to sit solid on the goal line, does so. Little double commit on these kind of half offense, half defense. Alpha up, reset, 3 boost, flicks it high. Who's going to be there next? It will just be Lost to send it away. We've not seen a huge amount out of Lost so far, but he is Mr. Furia so far in this competition.
Yeah, Jaffinia holds on at that moment, but needs to land those bumps. He is the enabler of Furia. He needs to make space for someone like Lost and Yan and Vitality. They fight, they go forward, and so far their offense is what's dominating in this game too. So far, ball going back to Vitality. That's a threat. Lost hunting for boost, hoping to boost our Vitality. It's getting to that point. Now Yan, air dribble, has space. Jaffinia locked in, and it's wide to the left, almost in front, where Lost could have struck, but Vitality put it to the side, and Alpha brings speed, but he stopped.
When Furia shoot, a second one comes in so quickly afterwards. That's the nature of the beast when they shadow each other so closely. Lost in the perfect position, but only sets up Zen with it. No reset, a dunk opportunity, a bump opportunity, a Zen opportunity.
And Radosin has been that frontline bully that Vitality needed. He can be hot, he can be cold, but right now that is the fire that Vitality needed to find the window of opportunity in that net. Vitality start with a lead for the first time this series as Furia, their offense hasn't kicked as hard as it did in game 1. We'll see what Yan can do. He plays closer to Jaffinia. Jafinia's the one getting demoed. He's the one supposed to be delivering that.
Gets a taste of his own medicine. Vitality may be thinking, look, if we play a 2v3, that's much better than playing a 3v3, lads. Zen removing Yan just for the sheer audacity of being in his temple. Rado avoids the ball, goes for the man. Jaffinio's back, Zen shoots top corner. Jaffinio diving across the net yet again. Now Yan, midfield, a little bit of time, a lot of ambition. Lost comes in to try and take that shot quickly. Jaffinio now, midfield. Yan, central, third man, not available. Instead, the next touch goes to Alpha, who then is in a 1v1 opportunity. That bounces mid. It's Rado up. It's a block from Jaffinio.
That was really close. The last time these two teams faced, Furia, they commit so many offensive members forward, and that's where Vitality boomed the ball across, and we're able to score on them. Furia have to be more aware of this, but the threat level still needs to be generated out of Furia, but here comes Zen, marching forward, crashes into the corner as Alpha goes for the assist. Radosin sets them forward, the double! Vitality 2-0!
Radosin sinks it, stands up out of his chair, shouts directly at everybody on Furia, sit down. No problem for Rado. And you see the electricity now flowing through Vitality's veins.
Radosin said, it's time to put respect on my name. You need to be more aware of my game. And he has shown up for Vitality when they needed him to the most. And Vitality are not even
demands respect, and you are going to give it to him. It's Alpha setting him up this time, swipes him from the side, calls Alpha off the shot. He's got the momentum. Drafinho can't get back. It is 3 for Vitality, only half the game gone.
Fury don't have the Fury in game 2 quite yet. Needing to find themselves connect, and Alpha into the back. Vitality are winning the 50s. They keep drumming up these offenses, and Furia's heartbeat is starting to steady. But Drafinho has no boost. All of Fury are running on fumes. They need to organize and they need to thrive.
This is typically as well what Fury do to their opponents. It's another one for Zen, it's another opportunity, and with the abundance of boosts that Vitality have, they can take chances and risks exactly like that. Furia, this is the side of the coin that you put your opposition on every single time that you play them. The boost steals from them. They are oppressive. They find themselves as the oppressed. And Furia, they are going to do their best to wipe out from it. Drafinho, he gets a liquor boost, and he spits the ball into Vitality's net.
It's about time, Furia. I mean, the follow-ups were getting later and later, but man, they smelled that Vitality were looking awkward in the net, and finally knocked that one home to get Furia at least on the board. They still trail by 2 with 90 seconds left.
It also shows exactly what they're able to do with very little boost. Drafinho and the rest of Furia in total had 30 when that goal went in. The boost started to be a much more non-issue as they learned to adapt to it. And Jan, with some boost, a lot of talent, can skip it down the pitch with some flip resets. Jan pips it high, Zen with 100 boost now. Goes near the ceiling, no signature shot for him today. Instead just tries to go for something a little bit simpler. And as they are still too clear, Vitality, they need to hold on to this lead.
Alpha does such a good job of reading the ball. Furia can't transition easily, and the Vitality are beating Furia to the ball on their defense. So Furia still need Yan and Lost to get these incredible fast passes that they accomplished in Swiss. Yan can't get away with solo plays, not against a team as good as Vitality.
40 seconds remain. Yan, with not enough boost to really go for a reset there, now lays the ball off towards Vitality. 100 boost for Alpha. Goes central with it. It's a 1, it's a 2, but no third tap coming in from any of those Golden Hornets.
See if they can sting, but Furia so close! What a pop-up by Alpha! He has truly stepped up, and Furia gets so close to scoring. 14 seconds left. What is Radosin up to? Furia, they trail, but it's picking up pace. Lost couldn't break that up, and all the momentum that Furia had has drained in this game too, as Vitality go up 2-0 in the series.
And bear in mind, Levin, we've already seen European teams in every series we've had today go up by 2 games. In one of them, it mattered a lot. They ended up taking it. Gentlemates beat Gen G earlier after getting those early 2. G2, however, they took down BDS after losing the first 2. Vitality, all they do, they just continue the trend. It's a European first 2 win. Which side of the coin do Furia find themselves on?
Now that you're on a crowd day, this energy will fuel you.
Especially with the Furiosa up there, beating the drum to your name.
Vitality, you know, their fans can get loud too. And being up 2-0 in the series now causes panic in the Furia camp. Furia call a timeout.
Calling it after 2 as well. It's something that I have been a very big proponent of the entire time. Call it after 3, it's a little bit too late, but 2 is intelligent. It slows down the momentum, and it gives you a little bit of a breather game. And my word, Furia are being suffocated by Vitality. And realistically, Lemon, you look at how Furia play. They have the best offense in this event so far. Lost sits at the top of the table, along with Yan, on almost every single offensive stat. Defensively, they haven't had to play in their own half too much. They haven't been used to it. The way that they win games, don't let the ball go in their half. And if they do concede, it ends up flying over their head. That's what Vitality started to learn in that best of 5 they played previously in the Swiss. They couldn't win this series because of it, but Coach Fairy Peak has clearly brought those lessons onward.
And Vitality almost didn't make it here. The last game to qualify into top 8 was a Game 5 against LG. And that put doubt in, well, not the fans clearly, but the rest of the community. Did Vitality have what it takes to be a world? Were they still in world champion form? They're here today, putting fear into the eyes of Furia.
It is a party in Copenhagen. Every time we get a timeout, everyone starts clapping. There's a trumpet, man.
I don't know my instruments. I think that's a trumpet, though.
It's some kind of, I'm sure, woodwind instrument.
Yes. Vitality clutch, though, to get here, and that's why I think the desk and the predictions went towards Furia's way, just based on how they dominated in Swiss, how easy that journey seemed to be. But it all matters how you play on the day. And top 8, looking good for Vitality.
It's a battle of South America versus France here in Denmark, in Copenhagen. Vitality lead 2-0. An early ambition for them is going to be pushing through into game number 3. Furia, can you recover? Can you take a breath under the oppression of Vitality?
Well, you got to take a few of those breaths during that timeout. We'll see if Furia can find out what was wrong. Can they play closer? What does Drafinho have to do? And everyone's demoing each other, and Team Vitality have a window to work with. Radosin with the reset! Whoa! Radosin the hero!
Radosin is ridiculous! Sends it high, reset is his, dunk is his, goal is his! And the series may well be Vitality's when you see Rado popping off like that. He's been cutting about in free play.
He's not just the bully, he's not just the physical man for Vitality. He said, I want them to chant my name too. He had 2 goals in game 2, and Vitality can be all smiles in game 3 thanks to him. As Radosin postures and forces Drafinho's attention towards the net. Alpha up high was the setup man and wanted to force his way through with the bomb. Drafinho barely gets it to the side. And with the demos, Furia panicking as they still hope to stabilize. There's Vitality pre-jumping in front of them. I'd be scared too.
Minute 15 elapsed. No real opportunities for Furia so far have actually come out. It's been full-bore offensive Vitality. Gunpowder in their cannons. Zen now taps it backboard bound. Drafinho battles Radosin, this time winning that round burst. The bully pops out to Alpha, who takes his shot.
The defense, what happened to Furia? Radosin stuck in the 50, and well, Drafinho's trying to make his way through traffic, and I was just about to talk just how important that pillar of Drafinho is for this team. Lost and Yan, yes, incredible offensively, but Drafinho in that neutral third makes almost every save, makes almost every bump, but we're not seeing Drafinho at his peak. It's only a small 2-0 lead for Vitality, but with Furia struggling, they haven't scored since game 1.
Again, finding themselves trapped back in their own half of Furia. Vitality, this offense, keeping them penned. 2 minutes gone now. A dunk attempt by Lost. Radosin, right wing. No 100 boost grab for him until he then spots that back one sitting pretty in the Furia corner. A ball actually drifting very awkwardly. Furia, a chance. Can you get that central? Can you get that shot off? Lost is there. Lost shoots! The Furiosa erupt as Furia again get a goal.
When Furia are lost, they will be found. They keep themselves within 1. Boost-arming Team Vitality, finding them at their weakest moment. And Furia, they break through the ice, and they give themselves signs of life. But it's a kickoff that favors Vitality. And Yan, he can deal with the pressure well and goes for demos. But Vitality, they keep kicking, they keep punching, and you gotta worry if you're Furia.
Halfway through, and that Furia goal cutting down the deficit to half as well. All 3 players on Furia sitting very close to it. They like to attack like that, but when you're on defense, you don't want to be too close to each other. It just slows down when you can actually clear that ball out too. Zen midfield being a nuisance. Lost setting it down that left-hand side. Drafinho to pick it up. Challenging with Alpha. Zen instead on the backboard. A demo from Radosin shuts down any midfield ambitions. Alpha up high with not enough boost to really make a play from it. Drafinho dives in the way instead. Zen long again. Lost to intercept. Ping-ponging around the pitch are we now here in Copenhagen. For Furia, they need a goal, and with the ball being handed away from Alpha like that, opportunities will arise.
Vitality are beating Furia to the chase when Furia want to pass. But yeah, this is a good catch against Senno. The 50 kills that opportunity for Furia. But Yan advances from that midfield, sees Alpha go up the wall. Yan bumping people around and Lost. The ball gets away from him. Vitality don't have a lot of real estate though, as Furia hunt for the equalizer. Yeah, and that demo was big, but Radosin won't let it get centered out. But Furia were a little overcommitted, so Team Vitality's counterattack looked a bit scary. This goes back to the orange half. 1:20 left. Furia still trail by 1.
Huge clear from Rado, but it only goes as far as midfield before these pre-jumps from both teams shut down any real big pump efforts. Alpha sends in midfield. The only man there is going to be Yan. And Yan the man has absolutely got a plan when he's got the ball, but it pinches long. It's Rado again!
Oh, he's feeling himself. He is stoked, performing at his best on the biggest of stages when it matters. 3-1-4 Vitality with less than a minute. Furia were feeling okay, only being within arm's reach. Well, that reach is getting further and further. But a good kickoff for Furia. They need to balance their boost well. They were so good at bringing that ball into the air and really stretching Vitality thin in that last rematch. Furia were leading the series the last time they met, but it's Vitality that have the capes on their back. And the demos from Vitality are just destructing Furia's organization. This goes towards the cross as Radosin drops it almost near the box. Alpha steps up and Lost clears.
As many chances as you see Vitality have, they then just try and get control of the ball as soon as they can again. It doesn't matter at this point wherever it goes. As long as it's not in your net, you are not bothered. Midfield again, more battles. Furia, they need to punch their way into the orange half. Otherwise, another win for Vitality. It'll be a 3-0 so far. But unlike last time they met, it is not a best of 5. One more victory for Vitality, and a semi-final spot will be theirs.
At the 1 second mark, that hurts. And it hurts even more when Furia bested them. Yes, it went to game 5. You see the coach of Vitality rallying the fans. He knows his team. Fuel off of this energy. Furia, it's all down to this. 0 seconds, this will go to Vitality. But how do Furia come back from this? It would have to be a reverse sweep.
It is an incredibly hard time to be Furia right now, because not only are you battling against Zen Alpha, and by the way, Radosin, who, as far as I'm concerned, has been the MVP for Vitality so far. The quality that he has shown, when yes, there are times when he is a meme in the community where literally, when Vitality won Worlds, Alpha said something along the lines of, I can't believe Radosin is about to be a world champion. But that the caliber that Vitality have put up in this series and the change in quality that they have had, going all the way to 5 in Swiss, they don't want that. They have no intention of going to 5 in Swiss. It's, as far as they're concerned, insulting for them. And you mentioned Fairy Peak standing behind them. He has won a world championship with Vitality as a player. He knows the pressure chamber that these stages are. And he knows just how to rally his players and make sure that they are going to keep level heads, but also be excited and have fun like that.
And K-Corp still have to play, and their matchup is even scarier against Falcons, so the revenge would be sweet.
This top 8 is disgusting, by the way.
So stacked. The revenge would be sweet for Vitality to not only beat Furia, who beat them, but to maybe advance further than anyone could have ever expected. When Furia looked like the maybe more favorite team just based off of performance. But Radosin, when he's at his peak, when Jerfinho's looking a little quiet on the physical end, he needs to make his impact known for Furia to break up Vitality.
Game 4 here in the Colosseum may well be the sight of Furia going down. That Panther may be slain by the Gladiators in Vitality, but Lost getting rid of Alpha. Yan taking over the ball as Fortibus is going for a musty, but the block is good for Rado.
Furia getting frustrated. They've only been able to score 2 goals this entire series. 1 in game 1 and 1 in game 3. What happened to the #1 offense of the Copenhagen Major? Furia, they will not give up, though. South America's hearts will beat on until they are put to rest. It is match point for Vitality. And this Zen still was able to make the save. And Furia will need to go for bumps. And well, the demos are coming in late, but maybe Furia can feel the pressure! And
starts with Yan. In the middle is Trevino. Finally lost. And that is the three-pronged attack, the trident of Furia. Every tooth tearing through the flesh of Vitality.
Lost has been the ace that Furia can depend on. But you need to do so much more, not only in this game, but in this series, to make up for the slow start. But Furia, this is something they can lean on, a leg they can stand on, and it goes towards the net. What a save from Radosin, as Zen hopes for a fast counterattack, but Trevino, that pillar in the back, puts it to the side. But now Vitality don't have Alpha in the play. Zen is gonna wait. Lost, trying to flick it above, but the defenders of Vitality are just too good.
Minute 40 elapsed, and this Furia lead so far has been a rarity in the series. Pumped above that crossbar. It's a chance for Zed to try and just get rid of any defender. They have to stay grounded, as the aerial mindedness of Vitality completely baffles Trevino.
And that's why I said there's a Triforce. This is not a Zen show. There are 3 threats on Vitality. And you gotta go cross-eyed watching which one you gotta worry about. Vitality, beautiful fakes to get the equalizer. Furious defense. They don't have to play it too often, at least not in Swiss, not in their region. But against one of Europe's best, Furia are being tested to their limits.
We're approaching half-time, and complete equity in goals so far. Zen and Radosin both commit on that back line. It goes from Zen to Alpha. Backball to be found. Instead it goes to Lost. It's pumped high. Radosin can keep it in that blue half. Zen dives in. That is a risky play. Radosin has to get a touch towards the side, but now it's a chance for Lost. Low on boost. Wants to really hand this off to the player. Yan will be that other player. Backball Radosin yet again. Alpha corner bound, and Radosin sending it long, but not really far enough, as Lost beats out Alpha yet again.
Furia, they get stopped, and Olsen puts it to the side. You saw someone zooming on by. And Furia, their offense to be respected. But now a lead not in their hands, no longer. But Lost, he's been that spark plug, and he will help Furia find something. But Yan is getting shoved around. Furia can't find themselves because Vitality are bullying them. But Alpha has a trail, and Yan tries to stop him.
And you see the positioning there for Furia. They're getting back into that aggressive mindset, because one demo comes in, and then they all need to scamper back into the blue half. It's a double chance for Zen. Pings it off the crossbar, and now Trevino low on boost. Again, any player of Furia that has the ball is struggling to really find another man to send it to.
Yan is getting bumped every time he wants to drive the car. The ball's nowhere near him. But they know that Yan is one of the most solo mechanical players. And you gotta just break up Furia as best as you can. Less than 90 seconds. Vitality only need 1 to go to the semifinal. What a save by Lost!
It's Trevino now, chance in the midfield. A Radosin, the MVP of the series, a reset. Removes straight to the scrapyard.
Yan holds on. They cannot afford to do this. Oh, Yan wanted to counterattack, but Trevino will hold on to the midfield. Yan is trying to boost our Vitality. This is where they can slow down one of Europe's best, but Radosin has a shot, and Yan will 50. Lost follows up. Furia trying to play as close as they can. Lost against Alpha. It's a save. Rebound by Yan. Fakes the double. Vitality send it away.
40 seconds. Midfield, the site of so many battles so far. Yan pips in the double. It's a chance. It's Trevino. A dunk! A Furia victory is on the cards!
It's about time we see Trevino. Furia, they will not go down without a fight. The drums will drum on. 35 seconds. Vitality trail by 1.
Echoes of goal number 1 in the series. Trevino getting that dunk on the goal line. But they want to make sure it does not fall against them as it did previously. Final 26, Zen low on boost. Midfield sends it across. Radosin trying to clear the man out, playing Minesweep for a head.
Oh, 17 seconds. Furia just don't choke. Can it be that easy? Can you get an insurance goal? It's a good touch by Lost to keep Vitality in the zone. Seconds drained by as Yan is tested. He throws it back to the orange half. Vitality have to seal across, and Furia go for dunks. Vitality, they are shaken. They have to cross the ocean. Alpha flicks it above 1, but the defenders of Furia are there. Vitality's so close.
More opportunities though, as Zen is going to catch, but nowhere near it. Sent to the ground. Furia, they get a game versus Vitality.
By the skin of their teeth, though. And I think Furia have to be just more aware of how they're getting bumped around and how they can recover from those moments. Furia are used to being the big mans on the field, but they're going up against the big man of Europe, Vitality. Oh man, they had to put up so many saves to stop Furia's offense.
And you know what? Now that we've had Vitality lose one, Furia take one of the games, we're about to enter game number 5, and that is going to be an incredibly special game for a certain player on Team Vitality. Alpha, welcome to the 1000th game in the regular season in your career. What a legendary player, and he'll be looking to win it to send Vitality through to face a very old rival in G2.
Oh, what a dunk by Jerfinho. After about 100 score in that last game, Jerfinho, his presence is maybe not seen, but it's felt. His impact into the net, how he creates opportunities for his team, but he stepped up and made the plays of his own. And all of Furia involved in that offense. And they just won that by 1, but it starts, every reverse sweep starts from an 0-3 situation, and it starts with 1 game win.
This one game in Vitality sends them through space against G2, and Furia, well, it just keeps their hopes alive. And Sam, are they going to be able to tie their LAN record of getting 3rd to 4th, getting through to that semi-finals, playing for a chance to get into the Grands for the first ever time as a region? It's then being caught out by Yan, sent long. Alpha, central, only Dr. Ufinio in the middle for him. Yan to the backboard. Zen to follow. A second touch, again low on boost, and this is exactly how Furia want to play. You see where the boost is going. Vitality entirely into Furia's tanks.
Not as in the last game, the most amount of goals that Furia scored in a game, and oh, Vitality, they keep it close. But Vitality are so consistent on that defense so far, and man, Furia just can't find the gaps.
An unfortunate shot for Trufinho. Sends it high and wide. That could have gone top bin. That was going to be a lead for Furia. Takes out all of his anger. It's Yan. He is consistent as ever, however, on the reset.
Don't make Yan angry. Look, the reset. Zan gets back, but it's too little too late. Furia with the lead.
Again, they won the previous game. They got the lead. They won the game.
Well, that's check out to me.
There you go. EU math does still work. This minute 10, however, is going to really start the push as Radosin 50s against any defender that finds his way, and Alpha removes Lost from the pitch. Alpha towards a target. Enough boost for a dunk? Yes, please. Zen central on net. Lost again with a save. Offensively, we've been bigging him up, but defensively, my word.
Just shove Radosin out of the way. Furia on the counterattack. Yeah, it is getting demoed, I think, and Furia, it's all up to Lost to buy time, and he's trying to bait out Vitality's defense. Look at the control of the ball, but it's Vitality back in the driver's seat, or so you would think. Lost got boost, and he loses that 50. Furia, they don't seem too tested on the defense. Yan sails away, but it's saved again by Zen.
Both teams battling for that driver's seat right now, and Furia, they have fought incredibly hard compared to the team that they put up against Vitality earlier on. This is astonishing. This is them in Swiss now. We approach half-time and Furia maintaining this lead. Zen up high, above the crossbar. It's 1, it's 2, it's not quite good enough.
It is so close. Furia are stabilized on the defense. Vitality, they will still 50 everything they can in the midfield, because what you have to be scared of is Furia's pace, how fast they can play. Alpha's running out of boost, and Vitality still looking for the equalizer.
Back into the blue half, Vitality send it. Zen now going central. Trufinho finds Lost. It's going to be just wide of target, and Alpha's in the way regardless. 50 boost, but an attacking player in Yan immediately comes into challenge. Trufinho wins that one, pinches very awkwardly towards his Vitality half. 1 beaten, 2 beaten, a pinch for Zen, not quite on target. And Bob, however, he's gonna make it on target. Radosin, the target man!
Oh, Radosin! He just keeps going! Vitality will never let you suffocate them! It's always been within one between these two teams. And now, we go into the second half with fear in Furia's eyes, with match point staring them down as Furia get close. Zen scoops it to the side, but it's a heavier touch. Trofino gets a piece of it. He has no boost, and Lost and Yan have to step up. And Alpha can still set it to the corner. It's a launch, an attempted clear out of Furia, but they seem stuck. Radosin's hunting for demos. Vitality and the 3-on-2 don't have the ball, so they wait. They play back. Yan has space, goes towards the back wall, and back to Lost. Draws out the one defender, and Vitality stabilize.
Corner bound yet again, more and more challenges. Yan Central steals 100 boost. They will be vital to their long-term plans. Vitality cannot work out their own half. They have about 80 between them. Yan back corner, Zen returns the favor, steals the boost. Yan unable to get this particularly far and challenges versus Alpha now back in that corner.
Oh, Lost has two against them. The last minute, Fury working on the reverse sweep. But Lost has no boost, but Fury have made magic happen without those resources. But now Alpha bounces early challenges out of Furia, starting to play a step ahead and going toe-to-toe.
45 seconds backboard. Zen is going to be catching to the ceiling. 50 boost. Jafino's up already. Zen dunks him towards target. Lost thankfully there for Furia.
No mistakes can happen on the Furia's end. Not on this! Oh! It's again! Zen cleans it up for Vitality!
30 seconds, half a minute. One goal that Furia need to bring back. And Vitality, calm composure. They are killers in the arena. And Furia are about to go down in Alpha's 1000th game in the RLCS regular season.
Radosin got up and said, be quiet, this is our side of the pond. But Lost fakes it, but there's so many cooks in that kitchen.
Radosin now challenging. It's more and more seconds off the clock. It's more and more cars in the graveyard. Yan is up. It's towards target, but nobody there going to be able to clear it away.
7 seconds. Lost. This is the last opportunity for Furia. And Trofino can't do it. Yan has a dribble. He's out of boost. He needs assistance.
Zero.
It's going to go down to the floor. Trofino keeping the play alive. He's being harassed and on the ground. Revenge for Vitality. Team Moving Wall. Europe sends another top 4.
Vitality took the long route round into the quarterfinals. The Swiss was not their playground, it was a battlefield. And Furia, despite going through in that 3-0 position, they couldn't do it again when it came down to 7 games. The Furiosa turned up, they were loud, they were proud, but their team could not do it this time around. And Vitality, my word, the conviction they showed, the quality and the difference, Lemon.
Yeah, South America bites the dust, but the hearts of Brazil still beat on. What representation to get to the top 8. And Radosin waving. He knew his potential. He knew he could reach this point. And in top 8, where there are no second chances, Vitality get to the top 4.
Honestly, Radosin MVP for me. Phenomenal player. Outstanding in the quarterfinals. You always look at Vitality and you think, okay, maybe Zen's going to be on top today, maybe Alpha's going to be on top today. Radosin will be somewhere floating about the middle, being decent, maybe an own goal or two. It's a lot of fun. But Radosin was nothing but a war machine today. And the semi-finals with Vitality versus G2 is going to be the first time that they have played each other since RLCS Season 7 World's Grand Finals, when their coach Fairy Peak won. 1,743 days have passed since Vitality faced off against G2, and we get to see that tomorrow.
And we were wondering, what were Vitality going to be like now that they even smelt losses, that they looked beatable in the Swiss? You no longer have to worry about that. Vitality, you'll see them in the semifinal against G2. And we'll also see what Alpha has to say. Let's go say hi to Leaf.
Vitality are back, baby, into the semis, and I got Alpha with me. What a wonderful game, by the way. Yeah, give it up for Vitality. That was very exciting, and it looked like your teammates were having a lot of fun, you as well. Off the bat, can you tell me what Dozen was yelling, or is that not...
I prefer not to say it. It's probably not good for the stream, so.
That's fair enough. I figured it, probably not. But for you guys, I mean, you guys are having a lot of fun. I want to know, is there a point where you do say, hey, we have to chill back? Do you have rules to make sure that you're not getting overconfident?
Well, yeah, especially in the Swiss when we won at 11 p.m. yesterday, so we're a bit stressed and it was a mess. So yeah, today we focused up, and when we were 3-0 and we got a 1 game down, we're like, okay, it's fine. We'll just win it after. So just not tilt and keep playing.
That's a good thing, not tilt. Good advice. I want to ask you about Furia specifically, obviously, because there was some redemption you needed coming back into this. Were you guys specifically studying how those games went yesterday?
Yeah, well, of course, we watched 3 of the last games yesterday, and we found out that they play really, really aggressive, and they go all in on a certain play. So we tried to keep composure as much as possible so we could get the win.
Did they switch it up at all to try to confuse you, or do you feel like it worked out they played the same so you could shut them down?
Well, I feel like they were a bit stressed because of maybe playing on stage, or I don't know. I feel like there was a bit of pressure because they didn't go for as much as they did. So yeah, we just played our game and it worked out, so I'm happy.
It did work out, and I want to let you talk about your teammates, because again, I've heard you guys enjoy playing with each other, you're having fun, you're friends. Tell me why you like these two and why the team has such a good dynamic.
Well, I don't know, since the start of the team, a year ago almost, the synergy was always really good. So yeah, I don't know, we are just really good friends, we get along really well, so this is just amazing, all of them.
Okay, I just want to know, because some people were starting to fall off. I'll admit, I think I predicted against you guys. How do you bring us back on board? Because you guys are looking good. Can we stop fearing? Are we back on the Vitality train?
Well, I mean, people were thinking that we were falling off just because we made one final and we still qualified for Copenhagen. So the results were not bad, but people made it seem like it was bad. So we just didn't focus on anything that people were saying. We're just focusing on ourselves, and yeah, we don't really mind about what people say. We're back, I think.
Hey, we don't know what we're talking about. Keep proving us wrong. One more time for Alpha and Vitality.
2 rematches on the day. We've played through both times. They've gone the other way. Vitality send Furia home.
The beauty of Swiss into a bracket, you just never know exactly what's going to happen. One thing you do know is when you have Vitality on the field in front of a crowd and Radosin on the field, he is a LAN player. He is a crowd player.
Yeah.
We always talk about him with momentum. He feeds off this energy, and you saw it here. 1 goal per game throughout that series, shooting 35%, the MVP of the match.
I love that you used the word momentum there, because Radosin on this team is a juggernaut. Once he gets up and going, if those first 2 games go well for him, the whole rest of it is just going to keep going better and better. Every single time Zen had an outplay, guess who was there to finish it off? Radosin on the follow.
And not only that, Furia, that dynamic offense, that record-breaking offense of 3.33 goals per game, they scored 2 goals in 1 of the games. Every other game, they only scored 1. The defense for Vitality was stellar.
And listen, that's an excellent point, because the defense of Vitality, that's the reason they were just so great, because nobody could score on them.
I do love that Alpha did bring up as well that they play differently. And this might now be a worry for Furia for the rest of the season, because clearly they can play very well when they've got the safety net behind them. They still had 2 losses at every single point that we saw them last few days, where they could just continue to play this way, that way, because if they lost, all good. Once the safety net went, they looked a lot more vulnerable, and that is going to be a question to be answered at future events.
It's reminiscent of the lower bracket runs back in the day when we would run double elim. It's like some teams, they got to take away the safety net before they start to actually play their game. Here's Vitality.
Listen, to Vitality, they're back now, especially Zen. He's back in Zen crowd mode, averaging over 500 score per game, had 3 saves per game, doing what he did last year, taking away the hottest offense at this major so far and saying, nah, you can't score on me. I'm still him.
And again, World Championship, they were 80% win rate. Won 20 games, lost 5. Right here, 80% win rate, 4 games to 1.
Wow.
So Vitality, when there's a crowd, they're built different.
Man, we'll see. And you heard Stumpy saying it there at the end of the cast. They will face off against G2 tomorrow. They have not played them since Season 7 Grand Finals when Fairy Peak won his World Championship title on Vitality, got them that first star. You know G2's salty about BDS. Right, that's the rivalry right now. How much worse do they feel about Vitality, given that that was the first team that took away the actual
I mean,
World
this is
Championship?
a fantastic situation actually now for G2 because they can avenge both World Championships.
Yeah, imagine.
Considering, like, it seemed like it was a downward spiral ever since that first World Championship. They can wipe the slate clean.
I'm starting to believe what T-Bates is cooking up. He's saying this bracket run for G2 is just
gonna
a
take them all
storybook.
down.
It's a storybook, and maybe it
You know
will
you've
be.
got to
We'll
be here
find out
again tomorrow, right?
I wasn't prepared at the beginning of the day to consider a world where G2 beats BDS, Vitality, and then Karmine Corps Falcons or something like that on the other side. Like, that's crazy.
And honestly, at the beginning of today, I wasn't thinking I was going to agree with T-Bates on anything, but hey, here we are.
That's right. I'm on
Folks,
fire right now.
We've got one more match on the day. We take a look at the bracket, how things look after 3 quarterfinals are concluded. We're only playing the quarterfinals today. We're playing the semis and the grands tomorrow. We've got one semifinal set. G2 versus Vitality will happen tomorrow, one of our first 2 matches. But there's only one more left on the day. We're gonna get through it here. Karmine Corps versus Falcons. Shogun, how you feeling about that one? Who'd you predict in this one?
Well, I was really going all in on the hopeful for every single region represented. That is not going to be happening here, but I did go KC. I've still got KC for the whole event at the moment. I have not swayed on that. Every single morning I wake up and they say, hey, do you want to change who you're predicting? No. I've still had KC the entire way.
Okay, folks. All right. Well, we'll let Shogun go, and I don't know what he's going to go do, folks. But it's been crazy stuff. He's back here. I'll ask you to spoil it.
He's kicking him out.
I just thought we were having another person up here, anyways, folks. All right, we've made the blue wall wait long enough, and we're actually going to make them wait a little bit longer here because we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, 2 undefeated champions clash once again, folks. The song's gonna ring from the rafters the whole time. I hope you're ready for it. It's Vatirion Rise versus the Twins when we come back.
screen right now, they are putting on an absolute show for us. They cannot miss.
Don't score that, you cringe. Nice. Nice shot, bro. Thanks. Yeah? Oh my god. Wait, I'm cycling. Oh! Let me see what you got, man. Nice. Oh, you're looking like me out there, dude. Hang on. Should I edge of him? Yeah. Oh, no. I tried to, like... I don't even know what I tried. No. No. No! No, man. I got this, I got this. Watch this. Watch this. You're getting Evo flicked. No! Nice! Come on! Trash. I'm just gonna drive at you. Okay. Thanks. I'm scoring. Yeah, do it. I haven't got that. Dude, you're so toxic, bro. Dude, you're making me lose confidence, bro. Wait, rule one. Yeah, hang on. Bro, get off me, bro. Dude, what's he doing, bro? Whoa, I'm gonna score. No, I'm going, no. We're faking. Alright. Okay, alright. I'm defending. Oh wait. Yeah, you have to score on the other side, bro.
What a masterclass my first killer putting Jack to play against face mode. What a goal as well.
Busy streets and lost time. Gotta rent a car, gonna stay a while. If I don't move ahead, then I get stuck behind. I'm at a friend's place, gonna stick around. The puzzle pieces fit for now. The things you said, we're playing loud. There are people outside living their lives. Thousands of stories move through times. Only one face on my mind. All I want is you. All I want is you. There are people outside living their lives. Thousands of stories move through times. Only one face on my mind. A century long ago, I traded in my halo. Whoever it is that you think I am, I'm still figuring it out. I'm jealous of the people outside just living their lives. Millions of secrets get lost in the light. Tell me how to reach you, show me a sign. All I want is you. All I want is you. All I want is you.
One match more. You can hear the people singing already. They are ready to go. We are going to get the blue wall on the stage before the day is done. Falcons as well, taking the stage momentarily. We've had some great fans. The Rocket League fans have been stepping up and play, you know?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, it's hard because one team has to go home every single time we have one of these matches. So some fans will leave disappointed, but I think everyone's hanging out, just hoping for some good Rocket League. And so far today, it's been excellent.
Oh, it's been fantastic. And no sweeps. I was really worried, but no sweeps whatsoever. Hoping that continues.
We got a
4-1 was as bad as it got.
kind of a budget sweep. It was close.
But
If that's the budget, we're looking
Budget
pretty good.
sweep. That's the budget we're looking pretty good.
It's because they couldn't afford to probably an actual sweep, so they got the one that's
We couldn't afford Neo Tokyo.
yeah, not quite there, but we got people here, folks. We're celebrating fans, we're celebrating teams, we're celebrating the teams that go home as well. But we got one very special person here we would like to celebrate very quickly.
Well, Squishy was, of course, an amazing player.
I would say he's just always very, very smart. He's one of the smartest players in the game. And obviously, he's always been good mechanically for a very long time.
As a player, he's just a legend. He just won everything. So yeah, he's just one of the GOATs.
When I was younger, watching him at Worlds and just seeing him on land, hitting a ton of cool shots.
Cloud9, unable to take it to Squishy now.
It was super fun to watch.
Even my camera settings, they're basically just Squishies, but tweaked a tiny little bit.
If there's a Mount Rushmore for Rocket League, he's 100% on it. I competed against him for 5 years, and he played a couple years before I even played against him. It's very generic for Rocket League pros now to have come up watching him.
Squishy pounces to himself.
He gets it.
Reset. Can he do it? TSG Movements. Torment finishes it off. The title comes back to North America carpet.
Squishy, Gimmick, Aqua, all playing forward. Hungry forward.
He will just always be in the Rocket League history books.
When he got the ball, he could do anything with it. Squishy eliminated me like 3 times in a row. I should have beat him once, but you know, he's the ultimate composed LAN player.
A lot of the current pros, myself, you know, a bunch of others have said it publicly that the reason that they got so high level is because, you know, for example, they watched Squishy's videos and took inspiration from his level or his playstyle and stuff like that.
What is up, guys? Squishy Muffins here, and today we got for you the finale of the Road to Grand Champ series.
So anyway, let's get into the game and let's see how it goes. Let's play some twos for today.
Majority of my mechanics and all that people see is literally from watching Squishy Muffins on YouTube, how to do the basic stuff. So
Yeah, he definitely elevated the game into new heights for sure with the ceiling shot and even the in and out save or the Squishy save, as we call it. It's even like part of a lot of teams' comms.
I appreciate Squishy for everything he did for the game, and I hope he has success in whatever he does next.
You know that everyone's already, you know, wished you luck, and you know your impact that you've had on the scene. So well done on a fantastic career, and good luck in the content creation. And thank you for all the years that you spent in our game.
Firstly, a big thank you to him, because I don't think I'd be a pro without Squishy nowadays. You've had a great career. You won World Championship.
Thank you. You've done a lot for a lot of people in the community, and I wish you the best of luck in content creation. You're gonna kill it.
You were very inspiring to every single one of us pretty much, and just good luck with whatever you do next.
Well, of course, like Squishy, he has been a good friend of mine, so I wish him the best in whatever he pursues now.
It's been an honor to play Squishy. Thank you.
Gonna make me cry?
No, make him cry.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Season 6 world champion, mechanical legend, and fan favorite. Every once in a while, the scene gets a special player, and Squishy, you've had quite the career, man. It's, again, myself, everyone you saw there. So many people got into the scene looking up to you. It's been quite the journey, man. Just seeing it at this point. I mean, how crazy was it to make a decision like this? Did it feel natural?
I mean, it can never feel natural, really. This is my going on 10th year, being a pro-level player, and I think that waking up every day with the intention of being the best player in the world is something that, it's hard to just shake off, but I knew that one day it would come, and here we are, and I feel relieved, I feel stress-free, and I feel like it was the right decision, so. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Bringing me back. Now, we all have our favorite moments, right? We showed some of them in there as well. I'm curious from your perspective, in your career, what are some of your highlights and the best moments for you?
Oh, man. I would say the ceiling shot from season 4 was a big one, because I think that, I think that pushed the game forward quite a bit. I think within the next 6-7 months, you saw everybody hitting shots like that, and I think you need players that come in and they advance the game. We see a lot of players like that now. Zen, of course, incredible player, does the same thing. And I think that without those players, the game doesn't progress, and I think I'm just super happy to look back and have had that impact with that shot. And then obviously winning Worlds is the ultimate goal, and that's something that every single player here today wants to do every single time, obviously, but yeah, that's something I'll never forget, winning Worlds.
Not many people get to do that. Kind of curious your perspective then on the scene now, looking from the outside in now, how fast and crazy things are growing, and maybe some advice for new people that are looking to have that same dream as you.
I would say the biggest thing is take care of yourself. I think a regret of mine when I was coming up as a professional was not taking care of myself and putting all my effort into the game, grinding 12, 14 hours a day. I know a lot of players do that now, but make sure you have a balance and take care of yourself, because long term, that's what's going to help you out a lot. And outside of that, just take the losses as learning lessons, because you're going to lose eventually. Even the best players lose. And I think the quicker you learn how to take those losses and turn them into something good, it's going to benefit you more than anything.
And really at this point, I kind of want to give you the stage. You still have so much more to look forward to. Rule 1, you just got engaged. Congratulations, by the way. So the floor is yours. Say whatever you want to the world.
All right, so I'm going to start by saying a huge shout out to my family. They were always extremely supportive of me. I couldn't have asked for more. My incredible fiance, who's here with me today, coming out to her first ever event. So you guys are going to make it a great time for her, I'm sure. You already have. Thank you for that. I would like to say a huge shout out to my teammates in the past, all incredible players, all legends of NA. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching us all play together over the years. Huge shout out to Cloud9 Energy, who supported me throughout my professional career, and now Rule 1, who's supporting me in my next chapter. I really do appreciate all those organizations. And actually, a quick shout out to Ben from Blast, who was extremely helpful today. I think the background production does not get enough credit. I think those guys are doing an amazing job. So without them, this stuff doesn't happen. These events don't happen this way, and really need to give them more credit, I think. And yeah, one quick shout out. I stream every single day on Twitch. If you guys want to watch me there, I'm always trying to give you guys advice and stuff like that. So come say hi. I'd love to see you guys there. And last but not least, thank you so much to all you guys who come out to these events. You guys made some of the best memories in my entire life, looking back on it all. It was thanks to you guys. And sitting on this stage, the only thing that makes it special is the fact that you guys are here and cheering for all the players. So seriously, keep coming out to the events. the Blue Wall, everybody. Like, you guys seriously make it what it is, and without you guys, it's nothing. So thank you so much for making the esports special, and let's have a great event. That's it. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. Thank you. Seriously.
One of the greatest to ever do it. You could chop that up. You could make him that way, and through so many different ways. There's so many different ways you can look at Squishy's career through as a content creator, as a competitor. Just he has shaped the game of Rocket League in a way few have.
Yeah, I don't think anybody shaped the game of Rocket League like he has. I know, personally speaking, I started playing the game because my friend used to watch Squishy videos. He's like, wow, this is great. The 20K, 30K montages. And I started watching Squishy. I want to be like him. I want to get really good. And that Cloud9 team was my favorite team for a long time. The way they kind of revolutionized the game. Kind of took from Dignitas back in the day, but created more infield passing and made it even better. Added the mechanics, so it was something special.
One of the best LAN players to ever play. 19 LANs. 5 wins, of course, huge. Outside top 8 only once, ever. That's how good he was on LAN, and that doesn't even include his 2v2 title as well. So Squishy, a great career, and now he can kind of ease up a bit, relax, which is always nice.
Yeah, he was sort of that player that sort of took the mantle after Kronovi really sort of launched us at the start of Rocket League, and then as we started to reach the middle sort of part of Rocket League's existence, it was Squishy that then really was the one teaching everyone like how cool this game is, what is it like to play, how to go and play it. Every game needs a player like that. Squishy certainly was.
I think they're probably spamming the fish right now in chat. And what's crazy to think is they're probably going to be spamming the fish for the rest of the Rocket League's career. And there will be kids 5 years from now that don't know why that fish emote is important, but it all started here, along with many other things, the ramification of the game. Thank you so much, Squishy, for everything you've done for Rocket League. Let's switch gears back, though, to Rocket League here in Copenhagen for the players who are still playing on the stage. We got one more match to go for the day, and it is a doozy. We've been waiting. We've been excited to get these players on the stage here. Shogun, Karmine Corp, taking on Falcons for the second time this tournament.
Oh my goodness, Falcons, they've come so close before, all the way back last time we went to London, but this feels like the best opportunity since then for them to go and win a major event. In order for them to do so though, they've got to run the bracket and they've got to run through the blue wall.
The #1 overall seed, the perfect European team. Everyone expects them to win this tournament. It's up to the Falcons to play spoilers.
The fans have waited long enough. The Blue Wall's waited long enough. Let's get them on the stage.
Introducing first, representing Europe, it's the Blue Wall, Karmine Corp.
Tournament favorites finally hit the stage. What is there to not say about this team? Arguably the best fan base in the game, composed of arguably one of the best 2 players in the open era, and Rise, who's made the most grand finals in the open era, but Zero's right behind him, and then they added a young protege in Adam.
They have got the most clutch duo in Rocket League history. Rise and Vatira together have created magic, and Rise, always ready for the big event, not that, thrives under these lights.
Oh, absolutely. 3 different teams last year, and he made the major with all 3 of them. Rise is that X factor. That's why he was brought back onto K-Corp. This team was built to be the best in the world, and they have proved that all season long. Rise and Vatira both 5 top 4 finishes in RLCS lands. If they win this, they will tie K-Dop the most ever.
It's been a year since Vatira won a LAN, all the way back in San Diego at the RLCS 2022-2023 major. He made it to the semifinals of the World Championship and lost. He decided, no, I can't have this again. I gotta go team up with my boy. He picked up Rise, and then they added Addo, and now they're on a streak, 3 open qualifiers in a row, and they got the coach, the man who coached Vitality to those 2 LAN victories. He still hasn't lost yet, and his name is Pharaoh.
And that's Pharaoh. That is 8 tournaments in a row between 2 different teams. The greatest coach probably ever in Rocket League history.
At this point, I think by the numbers, absolutely.
Yeah.
And he's going to continue to try and build on that record here. Incredible stuff from this roster. Every single one of them a statement in and of their own. But they're not the only team here to play today. They got to go through a team that took them down in the Swiss.
And their opponents representing MENA, winners of all 3 open qualifiers, Team Falcons!
Shogun, every time we talk about Karmine Corp, we talk about the perfect run through the open qualifiers, but these boys did it too. These teams, both of them, perfect in their regions, perfect domestically here, and yet in the head-to-head, it's Falcons with the most recent victory.
I mean, we can talk about all of that. Falcons only took their first loss yesterday of this entire major run. Karmine Corp have run into issues previously, so we'll be sitting out there and thinking, oh, we did it, so we should surely be up there next time. We will get a chance to see that next time. But if we're talking clinical, if we are talking about opportunities that are always taken, Team Falcons are right up there with taking every single one.
And that MENA region, they own it. They completely own it. They destroyed Rule 1 in Qualifier 1 and 3. Qualifier 2 was a little bit close, but Falcons, it was never a question who was the best in the Middle East. It was a question of can they challenge the best in the world. They showed that on day 1, taking down K-Corp. And unfortunately, because of the bracket, they have to do it again.
Listen, if you want to become a major champion, you got to beat the best of teams. So it doesn't matter. You beat them once, you showed to you proved to yourself that you can do it. You got to do it again, just like you said, Gibbs. And it's not going to be easy for them, though, because K-Corp, throughout the whole entire tournament, kept getting better and better.
I think this match really comes down to Rowas and Vatira. The 2 best goal line defenders in the world are up there, ready to play, and somehow the teammates around them are going to have to figure out how to get that ball over the line.
And that's where that K-Corp offense will come into play, the fakes, the aerial demos to try and relieve the defensive pressure there. But on the same side, his twin brother, of course, Rowas, with killers, like he is number 4 in goals per game. I'm sorry, number 3, he's tied. He is an offensive powerhouse. He's going to have to get by this crazy K-Corp defense.
I mean, you talk about Rowas versus Vatira. Let's talk about Rowas versus, you could do it against anybody. Let's talk about Rowas versus Rise, though.
Man.
And the impenetrable mental from this player, the fierce, this guy is Darth Vader on the stage, the way he destroys people's dreams. and he's trying to do it again here.
He's trying to do it again here right now. And listen, these two are highlighted right here because as he holds down that back line, arguably the best defender in the game. Him or Vatira, somebody you got to choose one, maybe even Zen. But Finley, a.k.a. Rise, when he's on the octane, which he will be this series, he is destructive. Musties, demos, quick turns. He's going to be armor as his faces is on RW9 to hold it down because Rise is coming for him.
If we see Rise up in the air, getting these resets, getting the time that you know he wants, oh boy, Falcons are going to be in trouble. If he doesn't get that though, you can very much say the opposite for Karmine Corp.
There was over 3,000 teams that played in the Europa Open qualifiers, and Rise, very happy to beat them all. He doesn't care. Yes, he beat them all. He doesn't care. He probably yelled at every single one of them. That's what Rise does.
It gives me just a little bit of season 1 Marky Duda interviewing saying he just can't wait to make some North American boys cry. Like that is the attitude Rise gives.
Looks to me right now, though, the player that everyone will be kind of a bit of a side-eye towards will be a Toe in this one.
Yep.
This is the time. Maybe on Team Liquid, he was sort of trying to punch it upwards a lot of the time. They were always sat behind the BDS, KC, the Vitalities of the region. This is a team that is designed to win. He's already got 2 proven winners with him, so it's up to him to prove that he's got what it takes.
Who do you think is going to win, chat? Let us know. Hashtag KC, hashtag FLCN. Again, upsets have gone the other, or not upsets, excuse me, rematches today have all gone the other way. And Gibbs, you said after this match happened during the Swiss, you said if we went back again the next day, you were still picking Karmine Corp.
I was, because of how that match went. Falcons, they took game 1 and 2. K-Corp, they battled back in games 3 and 4. Game 5 was an overtime thriller, but the tactical timeout buff with Pharah, you have to give them the slight edge because of that. And K-Corp, they have proven it time and time again. Pharah's proven it time and time again that they are the world's best, but honestly, Falcons could be that one true challenger that finally breaks that.
He could be the one true challenger, but it's not gonna be easy for him. Shogun, if you're looking at the Falcons, what do they gotta do to beat the blue wall?
I mean, this is positioned as a European commentator. I've sat in so many times, just like, maybe this is the team. Finally, we're putting up a big challenger. Every single time when we sent someone, it did not work for anybody. But we have a new challenger from a new region. Maybe it's time for that to change.
Every once in a while, we'll have one of these majors where a team wins and you go, okay, well, they're the major champions, but are they the best in the world? I mean, I guess technically, but like I would, Mickey, whatever. There's literally no way you can chalk this up where Falcons where they beat Karmine Corp twice, and you don't just say they are absolutely undisputed the best team in the world. What a story that would be. We'll see if they can get there. Chat, let us know who you think is gonna win. We're gonna let you know who we think is gonna win. Shogun, what you got? You already told us, but tell us again.
I've gone Karmine Corp on this one. I can't go any other way. I've got them winning the entire thing. Pharah, that buff that he brings is too good. And also, I am not walking past that, predicting against them.
I am afraid of them, for sure.
Yeah?
I definitely am.
Are we sitting out this way?
They've been very nice, generally.
No, they're very nice. But K-Corp, that tactical timeout buff, I felt like if that series kept going, K-Corp would have won it. Falcons just opened up quicker. That's not going to happen here today. I have K-Corp.
My heart wants to go with the MENA region. It wants to go with the Falcons, but my brain's telling me no. It's telling me no. It's telling me I got to go with the blue wall. Rise is always too clutch on land, but Tira's in the way, and Pharah still hasn't lost yet. I got to go blue here.
Guys, we can't all predict Karmine Corp.
Yeah, we can.
Cannot curse them up here when Falcons just won against them. But I am going Karmine Corp. That is what is on the document. That's what's going to pop up down here.
More importantly, the new coin.
Come on, Coin. Coin's been perfect so far today. Can Coin do it? Blue is Karmine Corp. Here we go. They got us. Coin's got us on this one. Coin's got Falcons, folks. All right, so it's not a sweep on the desk. We're not going to curse anything up here. And just watch. Coin might go perfect today.
Right, so we've all decided to go Karmine Corp, but let's find out, Copenhagen, what do you think? Everybody, if you think Falcons are gonna win, make some noise! Not bad, not bad.
Enough.
And now I'm gonna stare directly at them when I ask this. If you think the blue wall, Karmine Corp is gonna win, let's hear ya!
I do notice distinct silence from the rest of the arena.
Yeah. But it's still about the same audio level, though, anyway, with about 1/10 of the crowd. So
that's true, man. Everyone
they're putting in work.
Sides. Picking sides out here, and man, we got them pretty split down the middle in chat. Everyone, even though Falcons have the head-to-head here, everybody fears Karmine Corp, folks. It's gonna be a big one. The last match of the day. Every match today has been spectacular, but this one is special. Two teams unchallenged in their regions, perfect champions clashing a second time. The Blue Wall, the fiercest squadron from the fiercest region, and yet the Falcons have already grounded them once. The Birds of Prey own these skies. The French will not tolerate this indignity. We've got a salty run back of supreme sincerity. It's perfection versus perfection. It's the Middle East versus Europe. The battle for air superiority starts now. Falcons versus Karmine Corp for Championship Sunday.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the last match of the day! Number 1 seed in Europe versus number 1 seed in MENA. At this stage of the game, there's no room for error. Greatness isn't given, it's earned. Your main event, number 1 versus number 1, and we're off and running. Of course, a main event of epic proportions, and the Blue Wall strikes first! Right off the kickoff, Karmine Corp strike. Beautiful demo from Rise to set up the lane. Open net for Vati, and he's gonna land it every time. Rise setting it up 7 seconds in. How great has he been? The perfect teammate for someone like Vatira. Now it's on Falcons to answer. TRK lobbed to the backboard. Controlled by Vati and sent back out to midfield. Got to keep eyes here on these off-ball plays. We know Karmine Corp is so effective in breaking up the pace, but Team Falcons, they are used to utilizing a lot of space here, so it's going to be important to make sure they take control of the boost. You already see Seattle, though. He's in a really tough spot, but he's able to get a little bit of control. Look at Rawas. Such a quick challenge. They're not trying to have Karmine Corp get comfortable at all. As they are down a goal, they're trying to get things back quickly. TRK wanted to stop on that midfield boost, but K-Corp kind of forcing the issue. Ato's got that out to the corner. It's Rise now. Trying to get that infield for Vatira. His shot sent away by TRK rather easily. Rise trying to stay as a nuisance in the offensive end, but nothing doing there. This comes all the way back to Vatira for Rise. Drop it back down, but Vatira peeled off. Rise able to pick that one up really quickly, and look at Clears. Just such a great follow there on the ball. Team Falcons making sure Karmine Corp struggles. You even see a big miss there in the midfield. Now, Vatira has to take this one back by his own side, still getting bumped. The pressure from Falcons is starting to mount, but they still need to get some more shots on the board. Rise and Vatira, a popular goal-scoring duo, of course, through the regular season, the open qualifiers, and they've been great here as well. Both coming in with 15 goals in the tournament. Vati breaking that tie now. That's what Falcons have to contend with, even though they won the head-to-head matchup. K-Corp still were undeterred. That shot, top left, and it's Rise with his 16th. It's a good pass there from Addo, gets the double, but then you can see the team bump there between Team Falcons. Rise gets that one for free and banks the shot to the top left. Remember how great Team Falcons looked early in their series back in the Swiss. They dominated the first couple of games, really had K-Corp against the wall, and they were able to battle back. So even the first couple of games here, nothing to panic about. But you'd love to see, if you're a Falcons fan, this team get a few good shots on goal just to test K-Corp like this as the shot ricochets around. Follow-up is saved by Atto. You can see Falcons, though, when they get on that counterattack, so effective. Roas now trying to get this one past Vatira, but he still ends up getting a piece of it. That being said, things are still in favor for Karmine Corp right now. Strong start here as we approach the halfway mark. Even though Falcons have been able to win the midfield for the most part, they haven't been able to keep it consistent, and K-Corp able to always send it back in and have Falcons play a little bit of defense. Well, Killers can't do much else with that, but he did all he could. This will fall back to Raras, and Atto is right there. So too is Rise. He's beaten out by TRK. Again, no real bodies forward here for Team Falcons. They've had a couple good looks as that starts trickling towards mid, but nobody ended up getting on the ball. So K-Corp again
not particularly tested. There was that one salvo from Falcons, and that's been it.
You see Rojas there, tough spot, trying to carry this one out. Killer's trying to come and help, but Vatira crashes the chance there. Rise not in a good place at all, so Adam bails him out. Still looking to follow this play, seeing if he can set it up midfield. Killer's backwards here, but does get demoed on the play. Vatira almost had a shot, but was sent back there to the midfield line. Good pressure there from Karmine Corp. It's killing a lot of time here on the clock. Falcons still struggling to really set up some consistent offense again as Vatira solo play instantly challenged away, but K-Corp still with possession.
One of the better front runners in Europe and, of course, the world. Karmine Corp, of course, having to try and get by Vatira at the end. Maybe you can beat Rise. Doesn't happen very often. Maybe you can beat Atto. But with a lead, K-Corp does not overextend, and that makes it so much tougher for Falcons. Here's Atto out of the wing, and that catches TRK just a bit. Falls to Rise. He'll slow play. Got it through and in!
Look at the play here from Rise. He ends up taking this one all by himself. Ball landing on the hood, plays the low 50, and the defense from Falcons is just not ready.
All right, if your Killer's there, what can you do? You watch that play develop and you're just like, okay, well, in my net, I guess. 3-0 the lead now for K-Corp in game one as they try to avenge their Swiss loss to this Team Falcons squad. Killers along the back line with a minute to go, needing to get something to go for Team Falcons, and really, it does have to be Killers. He was so instrumental in their entire offense. During the Swiss stage, Rawas got involved as things went on, but it has been Killers or bust for the most part.
Yeah, but he hasn't really been able to take too many shots. He only has one shot this game, and it really does become from the fact of K-Corp just so much pressure in that midfield. They're cutting away so much space. You think that's one, but look at that. Rise with a chance there, ball down here for Killers. Shot top left, and two players from K-Corp able to knock it away and bring it back downfield.
That was just too slow to develop there, and the shot didn't have any mustard on it, and there's a bump as Rise gets a hat trick in game one.
And Atto stands on toes as he gets that bump, knocks away TRK. See you later. It's an open lane from Rise, and you can start to see the comfortability here from Karmine Corp. They mean business in this game one.
And if this rapid pace continues for Rise, boy, do we have quite the milestone to tell you all about. But that may come later on in the series. He's got 3 so far, though. It's TRK lobbing one forward, and it's just little consolation at this point for Team Falcons. Another ground pitch. That one registers as a shot, and will Killers break up the shutout? No, he will not. But Vatira fittingly slams the door shut, and Karmine Corp are all business.
What a start here on the side of Karmine Corp, especially considering, again, you go back to that matchup, K-Corp versus Falcons. The way things went last time, I mean, it was 4-0 the other way. Falcons ended up taking game one at the same strong score margin, and they kept that pace up. K-Corp tried to, again, go for the reverse sweep. They weren't able to do it. Now you can tell they've done their studying, they've learned from that, and now they're showing Falcons a taste of their own medicine.
Well, you know what else happened in that series earlier on this week? As we look back at the highlights from game one, the Mobile One High Performance replay, we saw a lot of overtimes. All 2-1 overtimes, in fact, as that series came to a close. 2 of them won by K-Corp as they tried to reverse sweep, and then the last one won by Team Falcons. So, again, a blowout in game one. If you go by history, you got a forecast of close games on the horizon.
And you really wonder here, when you look back at the last series, you know, the amount of adaptability that we saw out of Falcons, but also out of Karmine Corp. This is going to be one of those cases as the series continues on. This room's going to be loud the entire way through,
yes,
especially with that blue wall over there. And they're right behind Falcons. They're going to have to deal with that.
And that's part of the pressure of playing on land, and particularly this land. We've been in some buildings that are like very cavernous. You've got a lot of room between the stage and the crowd. No, they're right on top of you. I made the comparison earlier for any basketball fans like Cameron Indoor Stadium where Duke plays. Fans are elevated a little bit, but it feels like they're just bearing down, breathing down your neck the entire time. And as Garrett put it one time, it's not so much that you hear them, you feel the crowd as they start to build up, especially the blue wall over there behind their team.
Exactly, right? Blue wall behind Karmine Corp and Team Falcons now understanding that, okay,
We see that they've made some adjustments. We see that their style of play has changed. And also, again, just kind of getting used to sitting on that stage. Going to be an interesting game number 2 here between both of these two teams. But one thing that I think we want to see a little bit more of is especially Falcons on that offense. I mean, we know it can be threatening. We know they have a really strong counterattack. They like to utilize a lot of open space to make wide passes. They were not able to get that in game 1. Maybe they can create some opportunities in game 2.
3 goals from Rise, a hat trick in game 1. Vatira adds 1, and Ato adds a pair of assists. And on the Team Falcons side, again, looking for their first tally here in this quarterfinal matchup. 3 teams have already played their way into the semifinals. Gentlemates, G2, and we almost had a 3rd region get there, but not quite. Team Vitality, the reigning world champions, came through. So now, who will join them? Will it be the Blue Wall, or will it be the high-flying Team Falcons, who right now have had their wings clipped?
But it hasn't been the first time this has happened to them. They have a pretty even record with Europe. I mean, they are 50% versus Europe, 11-11 series. And for Falcons now, just again time to change that narrative. They've had plenty of time to practice, and they've also have been, scrimming some of the best teams in the world here at the Copenhagen Major. So now it's about, again, getting in terms of everything warmed up and ready to go.
Got a controller issue on the stage, so as soon as we can get the hardware replaced, we will bring you into Forbidden Temple for game 2. It's been quite the day here in Copenhagen. The crowd got here early. They've been very loud. Still got a little bit of energy, I think. Do we have just a little bit more energy to get through this last quarterfinal crowd?
I think we've got plenty in the house.
And you know how most of that noise came from behind the Karmine Corp side. Over on the Falcon side, and maybe they're just kind of waiting for their team to get going, but they may have to will them across the finish line themselves. As we can see, Rise taking care of business there and just about ready to go here for game 2. If you just joined us, first of all, where you been? It's okay, we forgive you. 4-0, a dominating blowout by K-Corp in the first game of this series. Rise with that hat trick. And again, Falcons didn't have, first of all, any goals, didn't have many quality shots. They had a couple good looks that made K-Corp uncomfortable, Daz, but now I turn the question to you. Where is that weakness? Where can they find some cracks in the blue wall if they're going to get the offense rolling here? Maybe is it the first 90 seconds where they have to kind of be a little more aggressive?
I mean, I think it is that aggressiveness. As you can see, Karmine Corp have tightened up on their defense, especially in game 1, but they are #1 in shots against with 6.18, which again goes to show you they're allowing a lot here on their own side. Now, again, it depends on if their opponents can shoot or not. But of course, you talk about Kaliers, he's the best player numbers-wise for Falcons. He's tied for 1 in goals, 5th in score, 8 in shots, 5th in shooting percentage, and 6th in goal participation. Roas is up there, of course, in scoring saves, but Killers, I mean, he has been huge offensively for Team Falcons. I think if they can get him going, it could change the course of the series.
They may need to turn to a player like TRK to be a little more disruptive as well. You know, he doesn't typically get his hands dirty. It's more the likes of a Roas that's running forward, picking up demolitions, trying to steal boost. TRK, more of a finesse player. He just wants the ball, and he just wants to score. May just have to change things up a little bit for Team Falcons. Again, getting close here to resuming with game 2 of our last quarterfinal of the day. And you wonder when Killers will come alive. For Team Falcons, the leading scorer of all players on the pitch coming into this series, tied with Ato at 17 in the event. Ato did not score. Killers could take the outright lead if Falcons can get things rolling. But first, they got to get on the field, and they've got to weather the storm from K-Corp. Remember, they scored 7 seconds in to game number 1. Yeah, obviously, the first key, don't give up a kickoff goal. Imagine kickoff goals.
No, those happen. Those happen a lot.
They do happen. And they may be the bane of a team's existence. Just imagine. Who said that earlier this? Oh.
Exactly. Now, I mean, again, we're getting things set up. Finally, we actually are about to jump in the game. Players have loaded in. I hope you guys are ready. Game 2, Falcons Karmine Corp is live.
Oh, and it's K-Corp with early aggression off that kickoff again, but it's Falcons that do repel them, at least this time. And they go to work, but Tira's shot sent away by Roy, so already an improvement over game one. And we'll see how that long pause affects either team. K-Corp did have all the momentum.
Wow.
This goes forward, a little 1-2 play, but the save made by Atow.
And you saw Vati go for kind of like a pre-jump there to see if he can cut off the play, but it put him in a really awkward spot. Addo had to bail him out there. K-Corp trying to see if they can predict what Falcons can do, but they also have to make sure not to put themselves in tough spots. Falcons very good at ball control. We know that from everybody. Oh, TRK gets this one through. Roas doesn't want to go yet. Almost had a good look, but Addo dives in to save it away. Rise with a chance here, looking for the bump on Killers. Does get it, but he still makes contact with the ball, sending this one back down into midfield, where Addo will send it to the side.
Tell you what, for as much time as he spends on the defensive end, Vatira has made things very, very interesting for K-Corp defensively. Double tap lined up there by Killers. No such luck. Now it's Roas. He's blocked as well. Nothing else going netward now for Team Falcons. That indirect pass is intercepted and sent back into the orange half.
Also a little bit of time. He's able to get it past Addo. Does get bumped. Vatira is going to be able to pick this one up. Does he have the flip? He does. Gets that one over TRK. But Killers all the way downfield. It won't be on target. He's going to look for a follow-up, seeing if he can set up TRK. He gets there first, but you see Rise position on the back wall to clear it out for Karmine Corp.
K-Corp has a tendency to give up a couple long-range goals against their European brethren. Maybe that could be a weakness that Falcons could exploit, but again, you got to avoid falling behind because that's when they stop overextending. Ato goes over top here, trying to fool Roas. Not going to happen. He's got Killers in support behind him, and that's deflected out by Vatira. TRK has to give chase.
Oh, look at that. Instantly challenged, too, from Rise. He's got to go back. Here's Roas now. Trying to stay on the ball. Big demo, and Vatira has Rise in midfield. He's going to be able to get it to him. Does get the 50, but the 50 goes toward the corner. You see TRK ready to send that way downfield. Killers, good redirect, but Rise here on the goal line. Both teams being able to put shots on, but no one really getting too threatening just yet. Everything's been very safe. No one wants to send that extra player to put themselves in a risky spot.
So who will blink first? Rise, indirect, maybe for himself. He'll follow it up. Has his flip, and TRK waiting very patiently with the save. That's who K-Corp has to get through if they're going to break this zeros tie. It's Ato up the ladder and blocked again. No rebound for K-Corp, but yes, he got the team bump in the corner by Falcons. That could be trouble. Oh, what a save by Roas again. But Tira trying to keep the pressure on, and TRK just barely got a piece of that. Probably not the touch he wanted, but it works out well enough for Falcons defensively.
Expected Killers there too, because he was bumped in and he has a chain dash all the way over to the side to be able to finally, even try to look a little threatening there. Falcons making the most of what they've got, but they have been stuck on their own half. But here are two demos, but this isn't stopping the shot from coming through. Big save out of Addo. Rise will clear this one back to midfield, but Falcons, even though you can take out both of them, as long as someone is on the ball, they're still threatening. This is great for them defensively, though. They've kept this game scoreless as we're getting closer to the final minute here. Who is going to break the 0-0 mark?
TRK trying to dish that off to the right, but there was nobody there in support, so it didn't matter. Killers has that stuffed right back over his head. And now Rise and Vatira both there in the corner, but no sign of a toe until now. He's trying to follow this one up. Did he have the read? No, with no boost in the tank. And so Rise will give way to Vati. TRK up to meet him. Rise coming on as well. Couldn't time up the corner boost steal, so he'll have to retreat after that bump. This ends up in front, but cleared away in the final minute.
Rise, high touch. You see Vatira lurking. Has to get past TRK. Good challenge there for Killers. Addo also gets a challenge from Roas, but K-Corp still with possession. That ball gets away from him though, and now Falcons starting to move forward. Killers, man, if he can just get one good lane, he can put on a really strong shot. Hasn't been able to get too many opportunities this game. Addo now on the ball, playing a little 50. They actually got the fake out. Now he's going off the ceiling. Falcons able to read things, but they have been stuck and not able to get consistent offense just like game one. Rise, can he get that double? No, Roas hiding right behind the ball.
Had plenty of boost, and K-Corp has through much of this game. Not much right now for Falcons. They could be vulnerable as TRK brings it out to midfield. Rise with 10 seconds left. Looks like K-Corp will have the last look of regulation. Ato's got to dump that off to the side. TRK trying to bring it down to ground. Rise serving up a flatter for Vatira.
Oh!
Vatira the fake, and Ato plays hero.
Big time fake from Vatira. Kaliers was playing the touch, and Vati left it for Addo. Top right corner slot as K-Corp take game 2.
Unreal finish and absolute heartbreak for Team Falcons. They played them as tight as you could, right until 0, and even after 0, and even then, K-Corp found a way, and they're halfway to Sunday.
That is unreal, to be able to go for that play, no time on the clock, and it was so effective. Great fake there from Vatira, but also the shot placement from Addo, perfect in a 0-second situation.
And after something that has only happened to Falcons a couple of times through the open qualifiers, getting scored on at 0, they're gonna call a timeout. So their timeout burned after game 2. And now they got a lot of work to do. I mean, listen, it was much better, but still painful losing that game the way they did. I think a great timeout taken by the MENA squad.
Right, you know, you get into the situation, even though you played as close as you possibly could here against Karmine Corp, you didn't allow anything. It's just still the impact of this stage. Every game matters. You feel it when you take those losses. And for Team Falcons there, especially losing in 0 seconds, now you're down 2 games in the series, that just hurts so much more. They've got to be able to cool not just KC down, but themselves here, because that could have been a lot of momentum going into a big game 3.
And you know who they really got to slow down is Rise. He didn't score anything there, but he had the assist. And of course, Vatira, you expect. I mean, I think everybody in the arena expected Vati's going to take that shot. And what does he do? He just leaves it off Arato at 0 seconds to win it in regulation. So now we'll see exactly what Team Falcons can cook up here going into what feels mentally like a must-win game 3.
Yeah, you talk about Rise here. I mean, going into the series, Rise has a chance to hit a big milestone in this series. If he scores 6 goals, he'll become the first player in RLCS to reach 200 goals scored on land. So everybody kind of keep track of that as the matches move on.
Sitting on 197 right now.
So it's getting closer and closer, and there's a lot more series to go. How can Falcons really just bring things up? I mean, we haven't really seen the birds fly like we normally have been. The blue wall has hovered over them and given a large shadow. Will Falcons find their wings? Karmine Corp up 2 games in the series. Here's game 3.
A light show in Copenhagen, and it could become an air show from K-Corp. As Ato and Rise don't connect, but Ato can still stay forward. And that demolition will maybe slow things down just enough. This goes back out to midfield. Rise trying to look forward again, but nobody there to help him out. Ato down to ground perhaps, but this time denied by Ruas. Ruas hard out of the corner, looking for TRK, and instead finding Vati, who just jumps right over top of him. Rise could still follow this. Ato's there as well. And everything comes all the way back to awaiting Vatira.
Falcons trying to see if they can do a little bit more with the ball. TRK, good challenge win, but no boost, so he'll end up having to get out of the play. He might be needed soon here. He picks up the mid. You can see Karmine Corp just waiting downfield. Has to be very careful with how he touches it. Gets it past Rise, but instantly challenged there for Vatira, who tries to set it up for Addo, but the defense there to block it away quickly. We know Falcons can keep this game as low scoring as possible, but it is going to be composure here at the highest level.
Well, Vati bringing that out towards the wing, just ahead of Ruas, and now Rise and Ato and Vatira. They're all 3 going after that ball, uncharacteristic of K-Corp. They all have to kind of retreat now, as Team Falcons at least able to take advantage of that and get out of their own zone. Rise lob it forward. Vatira's there. Beat Ruas. Killer's last line of defense. Oh, he got clipped, but it's still cleared away.
Addo, here's this one, looking for the double. Got the double, but Card just a little too high there. That one goes right straight down to the defense. Falcons in transition, big shot. Vatira there to receive it. And now Vati taking his time. Good challenge there, but you can tell Karmine Corp defensively just in a very comfortable spot right now. Even with Falcons trying to speed up the tempo, it's just not enough.
Yeah, timing not quite there. Wanted that ball a little bit lower to try and get a second touch on the bounce. This comes back forward, and Killers just comes up empty. There's Vatira forward, and Ruas with the save. Team Falcons keep the blue wall at bay for now. As Atto gets bumped, Vatira will try his luck. Ruas in the way again. So while he's not getting it done on the offensive end, nobody is for Falcons so far. Ruas certainly putting in a ton of work defensively.
Mati, good challenge. That one pinches off the corner. A lot of space here for Atto, so he's going to be able to get that follow-up until he gets that 50. But K-Corp still controlling the midfield here.
Oh, chance for Vatira, but that's denied as well. You see Ruas, he's all over. Listen, you want to know where Ruas is at any given point, look for the ball. He is all over the field right now for Team Falcons, almost trying to single-handedly drag them back into this series. It goes Killers. To the back wall, easily collected by Vatira as we come up on the 2-minute mark. Will anybody break through this time? No, not so much. It goes right back to the blue wall as TRK brought it right at Atto.
He wanted to get that 50 so well, too. Knew he had Killers there on the wing on his left side, but it just didn't work out. 50 from K-Corp would have been good. Here's Killers, there's a shot! Oh, but it's blocked away! Huge save from Vatira.
One of their better looks. It's not saying much, but it's one of their better chances. TRK. The double lined up and through right at Atto.
They finally got it to work. Ruas lays it down, gives space. Beautiful setup. TRK knocking it down.
I think he drove forward just a little bit into his own goal. If he just doesn't press R2, he actually might be able to make the save. Just the slimmest of margins give Team Falcons the lead, and then Ruas will guide that gently out to the corner.
But now they've got to maintain here. You know Karmine Corp are going to try to speed up the tempo here. See Rise, threatening ball, still going to stay on it, gets that one center, but Vatira can't make contact, nor can he get the bump. TRK, that's a big challenge win. Chance for Falcons to increase the lead. He's getting the flip reset, that's straight down. Killers doesn't want to go. A big bump there out in front, but now it's Rise, sitting on top of the ball. Knows he has to win the 50 pass too. Trying to get it to Atto. Atto, no, denied by Killers.
Clever play set up by Rise there, but not enough. As he has to go up to the backboard, that's a double commit, and it turns into a goal for the Falcons.
Big breakdown defensively here from Karmine Corp. A double commit between Vatira and Rise, and Atto gets a piece of Vatira's par as he's coming down, and it's an open net for Falcons. 2-goal lead.
You wouldn't expect that to be the duo. No. That double commits after the same ball, but here we are. And it's Falcons up with less than a minute to go. Can they add even more to it? This is where K-Corp would have to overextend just a little bit. They want to press the issue. Easy floater dealt with by Ruas, but brought back central. Vatira trying to pounce, and it's cleared away easily by Ruas again.
Couple of defensive mistakes here for K-Corp. They're going to have to clean them up soon. Falcons trying to see if they can build some momentum here late as we hit that final 30 seconds in Game 3.
That's such a great read by TRK, too. He saw the team pinch brewing for K-Corp and immediately snuffs it out. You don't see it often enough as TRK avoids contact on the backboard, and it feels academic at this point. K-Corp would have to score right about now to give themselves a realistic shot at tying this game, and Ruas is not interested. Killers in the way, and the Twins send Falcons up 3.
Falcons able to get this pass. K-Corp, Atto left alone. Killer says hello, and Ruas. 3-goal game here. Falcons now finally finding their form after the timeout.
His second goal of the game that certainly put it away with a little help from his brother, and it's Team Falcons that answer the bell. They get a shutout of their own, and they now get to look down at a beaten Karmine Corp for a game.
I mean, very solid work there, especially from Ruas. 6 saves out of him that game. There was 8 total on the side of Team Falcons. Lots of pressure. Karmine Corp always are able to get the ball on their half and keep it there for a genuinely good amount of time. They just haven't been able to convert, and you're starting to see here, even now, those defensive mistakes on the side of KC. First you get one, then it just starts to tumble a little bit. Next thing you know, it just snowballs out of control. Falcons, yes, it did take that game, and I mean, definitely, you got to look at Ruas, 800-point game out of him, but it was also K-Corp who kind of failed there on the back end.
Yeah, I hope he had 800 points. He was literally attached to the ball. I mean, he was everywhere. 6 saves in that game.
And shot 100%.
As we look at the Team Falcons highlight reel from Game 3, it's amazing that with all that pressure that he was able to generate, he scored on the 2 shots he took, and that's it. 100% accuracy for Ruas as Team Falcons battle back. So they give K-Corp a dose of their own medicine here, a shutout of their own. All 3 games have been shutouts so far. The first 5 goals belong to the Blue Wall, the last 3 coming from the Kings of Mina. And now we head to Utopia for Game 4. Can Falcons tie it up? How strong is the timeout buff? Fake kickoff, ends up going over to Killers. Rise has it scouted, but he's a little slow, so Vatira's got to guide that safely to the corner.
Falcons starting to feel a little bit more comfortable and confident. That could spell danger for Karmine Corp. They got to shut it down. Good cut there from Addo. Trying to win the 50, does win the 50. Saw Rise get a demo there on Killers, who just ends up respawning right behind TRK. Karmine Corp, where they always are, in the opposing half, trying to see if they can wreak some havoc. Roas is definitely a player to watch out for. Phenomenal Game 3. If he's starting to heat up, could lead to a lot of problems for Karmine Corp.
Oh, look at Vatira, chance to send that downfield after giving chase. He had to get around 1 defender, and that slowed him down enough that he's got to get back. Now TRK looking to get his name into the scorebook again. He had 1 of those 3 goals for Falcons in the previous game. We see Ruas giving chase, the demo there on the back line. Rise for Atto, nothing doing there. And K-Corper set aside again. Yes. Fati gave another look, and that's denied as well. Rise can't get one central. Listen, they're just gonna keep trying from that right side until something gives. Oh. And another save made, this time by Killers.
Big save there. You can see the play kind of developing. Good leave out for the shot, but defense read. Another pass, another shot, that one off the bar. Addo with the follow-up. Chance here for Rise, but no, he knows Killers has it. 0 boost too, big time touch, but the pressure is still on. Rise tries to get it light. Addo, no, he's actually gonna leave Bill out. Chance here for Falcons to bring it the other way. They kind of got away with that one. You saw so much pressure. Karmine Corp actually pulled them out of the net, but just not able to convert.
Pulled them out of net, into that, a lot of boost, but now they kind of turned it around on K-Corp for just a moment. It was Killers that was able to grab some boost and then swing across to finally clear that ball out of the zone. And they deny Karmine Corp those second and third chance opportunities because nothing actually got all that close to the net. Vatira is just shadowing here. Rise gave it a look and a little awkwardness there out of the Karmine Corp defense. TRK for Ruas for the lead.
Giving KC a taste of their own medicine. Look at this. Nice individual touch. TRK trying to go for the bump. And Ruas, top left corner. He is getting on fire, Stacks. He can be a big problem. That's a bad man.
Well, we watched Killers do enough work on the offensive end over the past few days. And now it's Ruas getting it done with his 3rd goal of the series. And he's going to trigger the counterattack here, but it only goes as far as Vatira. So in his frustration, he takes Fati out. Why not? Now Rise can't get anything there. Killers very aggressive downfield. And a chance now maybe to set up for Ruas again. He's lurking, trying to steal some corner boost. He was able to. Got that ball central, but Rise will gently clear it away.
Good individual challenge there. Karmine Corp now on the offense. Vatira waiting center, recognizing the defense. Lots of respect there, knowing the Falcons on that back wall. But now they've got to stop a shot. No, it's just in! TRK scores! 2-goal lead for Falcons.
Well, you got 1 defender right, 1 defender left. Split them. Nothing there for the K-Corp defense. And the blue wall starting to show plenty of cracks. Team Falcons now have 5 unanswered goals of their own.
Oh man, this one, oh wait, hold on. Rise gonna leave that one. No, Vatira's not there. He didn't have enough boost. And K-Corp could have had a prime scoring chance there. They still got time to see if they can come back into this game, but they gotta start getting to work. You can see Falcons not letting them do so at all. Straight demos, back to back to back.
Oh, look out, opportunity. We've seen Killers score that plenty of times before, but not this time. And now Vatira with nothing in the tank. He's got to let Rise come in and help out. Can still go head hunting, but came up empty. Killers with a big clear out for Falcons, looking to press their advantage again. Trying to get maybe back-to-back 3-0 score lines. What a statement that would be after getting shut out the first couple of games.
Rise now on the ball. Karmine Corp trying to look upfield. Oh, big challenge there. Vatira wants to see if he can get a win on the 50. It is a big win. It's rolling towards the net, but Killers does get there in time. Addo now gets a bump. Rise still keeping this in play for Karmine Corp. They got about a minute to get to. They got to start going now. Otherwise, tied up series here. Killers again, a big time clear. Falcons now keeping this one out of reach here for Karmine Corp. Every time they try to develop a play, there's always someone to get involved.
Listen, one thing that's for sure, we're not going to see a sweep after Falcons with their great performance in Game 3. It would have been a shame for this one to end in a sweep one way or the other. As Vatira lobs one forward, there's nothing behind that shot at all, and very little prospect for pressuring Team Falcons, who are in complete control. And Roas might have been able to dive in there, but a clever touch right at the last second. Here's a shot on, saved by Vatira. And all that means is that they're not going to lose by 3 just yet. Otto playing more defense. That's and Killers adds his first goal of the series. Team Falcons do indeed get another 3-0 lead.
Addo tried to recover. Killers said, no way. Big shot off the post and in. And Falcons, everybody getting involved in the goal scoring department here. Ever since the timeout, they have been in front.
What a timeout it was, and now maybe we'll start talking about the other timeout buff, the one that the desk had mentioned, because Farah almost certainly is going to use it here as he's watched his K-Corp squad fall twice in a row to Team Falcons in maybe even more dominant fashion than they gained their 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I mean, again, a shutout here in Game 4 is big, especially after Falcons shutout in Game number 1. Even though Karmine Corp can keep that ball pressure, they haven't made Falcons uncomfortable ever since the timeout. They've been able to really move past them. I've seen Addo try time and time again to see if he can go set up a bump play, set up a demo play. Hasn't been able to make contact. They pull themselves out of position. Falcons able to get good counterattacks and push things the other way.
Looking over at the stage, it doesn't look like a timeout is coming after Falcons score 6 unanswered goals. But in fact, there is a timeout. The man in the suit this time, not wearing the typical K-Corp tracksuit that we see over on the online shows. Farah is all business, and now he's got to find a way to rally his troops after getting scored on 6 times in a row by this Falcon squad that had their number in the end in the Swiss.
I mean, they had their number, they had good shot opportunities. It just, again, not being able to get it past that defense. This is big here. We know Farah, if there's anyone who can be able to help K-Corp turn things around, he's been able to do it plenty of time and time again. But against Falcons, who, I mean, they look red hot, especially Roas. Is this gonna be enough?
Those 3 goals from Rise. Since then, nothing. Since then, nothing for K-Corp at all. It has been all Team Falcons from that Otto 0-second goal. How does K-Corp bounce back now as Team Falcons are feeling as confident as ever? And of course, they have the benefit of knowing they've already put this team away.
Talking more about Farah here through the timeout. Vitality on land last season was 4-1 in games after a timeout with Farah. We know his ability, we know how effective he can be.
I mean, what is his number overall in his career as a coach now? It's got to be something dumb like 80-some-odd% at least. After calling a timeout, his teams, whether it's Vitality or Karmine Corp, come out on top. One of the better percentages of any coach. It also helps that you have that level of talent on your side. Will that talent be able to battle back? We're 2-all going into Game 5.
This is where things really start to speed up, and this is where the pressure starts to mount. Game 5. Whoever wins this one puts the series on match point. You see Falcons already start off red hot. A drop down shot. Addo's there, and Vatira able to clear that one back into the midfield. Falcons still jumping on the ball very, very quickly here, trying to cut off as much space as they can, but it's not stopping Rise from pushing it through to the box.
Vatira set up for Attos. Been pretty clutch so far this week. Nothing that time. Roas downfield. All 3 members of Karmine Corp are there. Vatira started to try to go low, and Killers able to adjust to meet him. Back it comes now. Killers trying to get back on the offensive end. Not happening. And that's an awkward touch that Rise can take over for free. Ato's there as well. So Rise has to run forward, but boy, that feels like a double committed midfield, and it could be costly. Oh, it almost was.
So close, but just not enough. TRK though, he's got a lead! He's got it! Falcons in front after the K-Corp timeout!
After the timeout and after a double commit at midfield that they never recovered from. They tried to break out, and then one loss 50, boom, in your net. First minute belongs to Team Falcons, as have the last 10.
This is big here. K-Corp got to get things together, otherwise we could see a snowball effect. Ato trying to leave that one there. You see Vatira now on top of the ball. Vati's always been a big player, especially in clutch times. Can he be one here for K-Corp? TRK takes away the ball. Looking for the flip. No, actually plays that one towards the net, and Ato had to dive for the save.
Well, check out Roasso. Not able to set up anybody because Killers hit a demo. Ato got a second, but the demo from behind kills off the Karmine Corp attack. Looked like they were going to get their first goal in 12 minutes. Instead, they're denied. Back to the drawing board.
You got to watch out, too. Killers putting on shots like that. Defense has to keep their head on a swivel. You can see Team Falcons definitely performing here at a high level. Lots of high speed and great ball ability. Even there, you saw a little scramble between TRK and Rise, but TRK able to get out and get the stop. Even now, he gets demoed, and Rise, free look on the solo. Has the flip, wins the 50. Is it going to get in? It does! We're all tied up.
The first goal for Karmine Corp since after 0 seconds in game 2. And it comes on a 50 that Rawas just looks at and goes, well, okay, sure. Similar to one that Killers watched go over his head. Rawas unable to react in time. Now, how do Falcons react after having finally conceded a goal? Killers just gave that one away, and Vatira will repay the favor. Ato now, met by Killers. 50 at midfield. It's going to be won by Karmine Corp. Awkward ball for Killers. He avoided contact as well. The timing perfect. And then watch out, Rosser's way downfield, and Ato got around him for the stop.
Halfway through game 5. Still anybody's ball game. Ball in that midfield. Killers not enough boost. Was trying to see if he get the bump. Didn't get him up on one. But Ato, what a save there off the shot from TRK.
A magical save coming out from Ato. Now Rise will give way to Vatira, but again, there's just nothing behind that, and that's kind of been a theme here. I mean, we haven't seen Vatira really threaten Team Falcons at all, and that's so uncharacteristic of a player of his caliber.
Oh, Killers though, looking for those bumps. Got moved! Oh! Get out the way! Falcons in the lead!
Back in front after Vatira gets knocked out towards the backboard. No way to recover. TRK adds his 4th goal, and he's the leading scorer in the series for the Team Falcons.
Oh, good kickoff there from Killers. Vatira though, with possession, TRK instantly challenges that one. Rise now has to pick this one up. Karmine Corp gotta go. Lots of time left in game. See, Ato pick this one up onto midfield. He's gonna try to take it off the ceiling. You see Rise looking for bumps in the net. Rawas though, good save. Chance though for Vatira, can get there first. Does get it off the ceiling, and Rise, no, he couldn't go for it. Had to peel off.
How about the...
Wait a second.
Oh,
wait a second!
Double champ! Bang, bang! Tie game!
Down but not out. Beautiful first touch from Rise. Sets it up and just right past the defense.
One more to go to hit that milestone, and how sweet would it be if he hits it to maybe give Karmine Corp the lead here in a pivotal game 5. Ato from midfield, slow play around 1, try to speed it up, get a bump, not gonna happen, and it just falls to Rise in the corner. Ato still lurking. Rise tried to take that himself, even though he had 2 boosts in the tank, and Team Falcons up to this test. They're going to be tested time and time again. Maybe right here. Flick. Rise couldn't dump it down.
Oh, but that ball floating above the net. Rawas able to get there in time. Falcons, though, stuck. They finally are able to get some room to break out. Can they get one more? TRK puts that one towards net. Ato able to get the save out. Killers trying to get that control. You see Vatira, though, not letting that one go through at all. Big time goal here as we approach the final 30 seconds. Oh, we got past one, but the follow-up blocked away.
Oh, he had it lined up now, Rise. Well, if he had somebody over to his left, that would have been great, but nobody was there, and it's easily cleared out by Falcons. So Vatira's got to try from his own back line again. He'll get some help from Ato. Ato from the side. Needs one more touch. Had it. Had the flip. But Roas up to the task that time as well. Vatira, he can stay with this on the side with 15 seconds remaining. TRK, one more foray into the zone for Team Falcons. Can they get the last look of regulation? Or will it belong to Karmine Corp? It's Killer for the lead! With 5 seconds left!
Bump on the play. Killers gets it around, sees Rise with 0, and takes the shot. 5 seconds left in regulation. Falcons up by 1.
We've seen them be clever with their kickoffs before. It's a fake.
Over his head.
And it's going to blow up in their face. TRK with the dagger.
Over your head and in your net. They tried to see if they can make the fake kickoff work. TRK said not a chance.
If everything's a fake, nothing's a fake. Well scouted by Team Falcons. They completely blow it up. And now Karmine Corp is going to have to battle back without the benefit of a timeout as Team Falcons again have a 3-2 lead over the blue wall.
You hear that?
Oh, I hear it. That's those Falcon fans who were a little bit quiet early in the series, even during that tech pause, and all the momentum completely left Karmine Corp. And now it is all Team Falcons. And yet again, a 3-2 scoreline over K-Corp. Difference is they still have one more to go today.
But they are in trouble. Falcons, especially in that second half of the game, came alive. They put Karmine Corp's backs against the blue wall.
You know what's funny, Daz? Even though both teams finally scored in a game, Falcons still find a way to win by 3. 3 games in a row, they go +9 goal differential over these last 3 games. The Mobile One high performance replay shows the story of 2 halves, and the second, the most important, belonged to the Falcons.
Karmine Corp came into this event as the #1 team in Europe. Everyone, well, most of us, had them winning this tournament. But here they are in a match point situation, down 2 games in the series against Team Falcons, who have dominated the MENA region.
This is, if you're a Falcons fan, probably something you're very used to seeing. They don't give up many goals near the end of games. Karmine Corp has over the later stages of games throughout the season so far. Maybe no surprise that Falcons owned the last minute and a half of Game 5. Now to Neo Tokyo. Can the Falcons close it out?
Karmine Corp now, you've done amazing to get to this point. You've got what it takes, but it'll take everything you've got. Tao already sitting there on the back end. Here's Roas. Gives it straight to TRK after the 50. That one going straight down. Vatira able to get the clearance. Good pressure, though, from Falcons at the start. Controlling the midfield. Killers gets it past 1. The follow-up is there. Chance there for TRK, but blocked away by Rise.
The Karmine Corp unfazed by giving up second opportunities this time, but they're not out of the woods yet. Infield pass and blocked away by Vatira.
So far, all the pressure on Falcons. High ball there. It's going to be able to get the read. Oh, he got it. No follow-up, though, from Falcons. A little bit of space. Demo on the play. Killers!
104. Blocked this. No chance, especially after the demo through the smoke. Killers adds his 4th. He's over 20 now. 21 goals this week. We wondered when he would come alive, Daz, and he has at the perfect moment to try and help Falcons close out the blue wall.
Great start. Plenty time, a game left here on Neo Tokyo. Roas picks this one up. See Rise trying to get that strong challenge. Wants to leave it for someone, but TRK now sending K-Corp back to their own end. Falcons, the only team this event to take a win here against Karmine Corp in the Swiss stage, and they're trying to make that become true here in the bracket. They just have to let the clock run down for Karmine Corp now on the offensive front. Atto got it! We are all tied up!
Oh, he's picked his spot again. He's been so clutch this week for Karmine Corp. Far down and in a series full of peaks and valleys. Karmine Corp trying to claw their way out of a crater.
Good kickoff play to try to get the ball to Vatira. See the strong pinch there. Killers looking for that back pass. Roas is there. Rise, good chance though to play it high. You have to see it. Just a little nerve-wracking on the side of Falcons.
What comes next? What's the next big twist and turn here? Vati to Atto. He's got another.
You can see the signs. A little bit shaky on the defensive end, but Vatira gets that one out middle. It's a great pass, open net, and the lead for Karmine Corp.
3 minutes and change. Karmine Corp in front in a game they must win to keep their major hopes alive after they were so great through the main event stages of the Open qualifiers. Vatira looking for another. He missed it off the crossbar. He's just not been himself here on the stage.
And so far, it's been enough, at least in this game. Plenty of time for him to rise to the challenge. If he can do so, it would be great for Karmine Corp. Ball in the back end, but you see Atto there, able to get the touch smoke screen after the demo. Atto on top of the ball, so deadly when he is able to work on offense. Defense, though, from Falcons has really made him have to work for a lot of his opportunities.
Roas up high, and Atto is right there. Again, all the eyes were on that acquisition for Karmine Corp. The dismantling of a great Team Liquid roster. It's paying dividends.
Oh, no!
TRK just narrowly missed the mark. And watch the counterattack. Atto ran out of bounds. Still almost slipped it through.
Right at him!
They're denied by Killers.
Oh, man. Left and right, back and forth. Both teams trading blows. Could be a chance there. Atto able to cut it away. Now, here's Vati. Can he get a follow-up touch? Does do so. Defense a little awkward, but Killer's able to get a good touch. Roas up super early. Going to use a lot of his boost there in the midfield as both teams trade possession. Even though it's a one-goal lead, can they make it two? The 50's off!
And Killers did a great job avoiding the demo coming across. They had it all set up. And Killers keeps Falcons in this game. Minute 30. Deficit still only 1. Good ball by Killers to go to the wing. Vati's there, and so too is Roas. Shot from the wall is no good either. But TRK can collect this. Roas circling around. He doesn't have anything in the tank, though, so he's got to be a little slower coming in. Did get the boost out of the corner. What can he do with it? A whole lot of nothing as it goes away from K-Corp.
K-Corp, they'll lose the possession. Roas immediately turns and picks up the demo, leaving Atto last back. It's a good clear from him because it brings Karmine Corp a little bit of room and kills the clock a little bit more for Team Falcons. Final minute in Game 6. Vatira plays that one high, tried to get the bump and set up Atto, but it was knocked away.
Almost destiny that this would be headed to Champions Field, but you got 2 up now for the Falcons! TRK!
What a dunk! Magnificent!
The 3 most dangerous letters in Rocket League. If you forgot, he'll remind you. All tied up with 47 to go.
They want to end this series right here and right now, but they got to keep the composure. Things could change at an instant. Vatira looking for the bump, is able to get it, but no one there for the follow for KC.
Atto infield pass for Rise, looking for 200, not this time. And we play on inside 30 seconds. Roas got it through. Atto's there. Full boost for Killers on his way back. What can he do with it? He's going to need to do something. He'll trigger the counterattack to his right. Looking right down the middle, easily saved by Rise. Dangerously played across, though, and not out of the zone. Final countdown. Will we go to overtime, or do we have more heroics? Maybe from Killers, trying to set up his brother. Doesn't happen. TRK, it almost stayed up. We go to OT.
So close. Everybody even has to look at this kickoff. No time to rest. Atto on the ball quickly. Gets the demo, but it's Karmine Corp have control. That one gets sent away, and things start to settle here in overtime at the start. That doesn't mean K-Corp can't end it here. You see Vatira pass one. Addo tries to see if he can get it over the defense. Did they get caught out? Rise got a big touch to slow things down by the team some time.
Well, they almost did get caught out. Rise was in a real tough spot. TRK might circle around on this. No, he gave way to Ross, and he couldn't get to it. So now TRK all the way at the back, trying to trigger Killers downfield. Didn't quite work out. Big win, though, by Killers. He doesn't have anything
Big
left in the tank. He can go headhunting, though, and he can be very disruptive. Doesn't work out. Falcons need to try again. Killers trying to line up the double, and Atto says no.
Army Corps have to be careful, even though they have a lot of trust in each other. If they lose just one challenge the wrong way, it could spell doom.
They've been playing with fire defensively, for sure. Vatira quickly out of the corner. Nothing else there. TRK off to the side, and Killers up high, down hard, no! Follow-up, not there.
Chance here for Karmic Corp to break out. A lot of space there. You see TRK getting up quickly, past the Killers. Addo, big cutout here. Rawas last back. Rise moving upfield.
Oh!
Oh
Good grief! We thought 104 was good. 117. Catch me if you can. We are headed to Champions Field.
Big-time players make big-time plays. Addo, overtime winner. Every goal that game. Karmic Corp are not done yet.
He doesn't have the list of accolades that a player like Zen or K-Dop or any of these other all-time greats, Monkey Moon, might have. What he does have is a stellar season that keeps on going. Clutch goal after clutch goal, and he's matched Killers in this series blow for blow. 4 goals each between the two players who have become the stars of their respective teams.
This series is delivering. We've seen peaks and valleys here on this stage, but it does all come down to this. 5 more minutes, and only one team can move on to the semifinals. This is a good series to end the day off. Don't you think, Copenhagen?
Don't play along at home. Play along in the arena. Who you got? Team Falcons, Karmine Corp, Champions Field, the 2 best words in Rocket League. Here we go.
You gotta be locked in right at the start. Rise, he got some boost in the back end there, and he picked up the mid. Rawas there in the back, he's gonna have to pick up pass. He's still standing on the ball. 0 boost though, puts that one across, and Rise able to pick it up again. He's been all over the field. Super impactful. Can he be big here? He's looking for the bump, tries to get it, but still, the ball not in the way of Addo. So he has to take it here from the sidewall. Still trying to bring this to midfield. Just one mistake could lead to a goal on both sides. Rise, no, the shot is off!
Oh, an almost picture-perfect pass. The shot left a lot to be desired. That one
Here he goes again!
And that follow-up just goes right at Killers. Karmine Corp had a wide-open net for the most part to shoot at, and they put it in the worst possible spot every single time, if they put it on target at all. Now Rise will go to work again. Not much to work with. Tried to stay with it, and Vatira can force the issue just a little bit more, but they're going to run out of gas eventually.
Double.
Rise, double, tap for goal number 200!
You gotta put a hand up. Rise there with the double. Rawas tried to get there in time. First goal, Karmine Corp.
What a milestone for Rise. 200 on land, and then Vatira comes alive as well. Oh, what a break for the blue wall.
Back to back. Right off the kickoff, they played it perfectly, Stacks.
Not everything's a clever slow play. And we've heard these European teams, they do put a lot more emphasis on kickoffs than maybe the rest of the world. It could pay off tonight. Vatira going to the wall again. He's got Rise, but he'll call his own number, and it's forced through by TRK.
It's open. back end. You think Killers is out to play. He takes out Addo, and TRK able to roll it in. Don't start celebrating just yet. This Falcons team's got a lot of fight in them.
This is only the quarterfinals. There's still another day of this. Oh, this is great. Atto quickly down to the ground. Tried to flick over Roas. Not happening. Roas for TRK. Left it for Killers. And everybody crisscrosses. Atto comes away with possession. And why not? He's been great for the blue wall so far. Now TRK.
Another one.
Net again.
We are back equalized here on Champions Field. Big win for Roas. No one home for Karmine Corp.
Well, well, well. Right back where we started. Congrats on your 200th goal, Rise. Doesn't matter now. It's effectively 0-0. Atto circling back. Vatira's got that clear, but only as far as Roas, and now the momentum belongs to the Falcons. Until
Can you recover?
Wait, no, what a save by Killers.
Huge recovery there. It looked a little awkward at first. Here's Addo, though, trying to see if he can set something up. Vatira just a little too slow. Rise, last back. You have to make the best touch here possible. He's going to try to see if he can buy the team some time. Everybody all boosted up. Karmine Corp, this is the spot they want to be in. Consistent pressure. Falcons know how to handle it. But can they stop that shot? They can. Ball back in the midfield.
Everything under a microscope at this point. Every miss, every pass means so much.
No double.
Can't get high enough
There's
for
the
the
shot.
goal. There's the follow from Roas.
A lapse of judgment. Look at the passing from Falcons. 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me.
Right at the halfway mark, Falcons in front. K-Corp got those 2 quick goals, 2 seconds apart. And since then, another Falcon hot streak.
Karmine Corp now, who started this game off with a lot of momentum. Starting to let it slip away. Vatira has to be super careful here. Looking for the bump on Roas. Still staying on top of the ball. Ball back into the midfield. See Rise now. Getting the follow-up touch. Does get the 50 to keep it in play. Even with that consistent pressure that we've seen Karmine Corp have, it still comes down to the rotation because sometimes they get caught out. We had 2 open net goals on the side of Falcons here. Can they get the equalizer? No. Rise back to the midfield. And Addo will tie us all up.
I wondered if Atto was ever going to be able to get back into play. He missed the corner boost back in his own zone. He had to turn quickly, and he does, in fact, dive in right at the last moment. And how about the wherewithal of Rise to set that one up with that cheeky touch? Inside 2 minutes now. 3-all. Atto indirect out in front, but TRK is there to collect and ferry it away. Now it's going to be down to Killers. Tried to drop that low. Roas out to the corner. Got a lot of pace behind that. What else can Falcons do here? Nothing. They can watch Atto play that ball. TRK can't stay with it. Killers gave chase, but Rise with the clear. They're out of danger.
This space, trying to go for the big boom. They get it past Vatira. So Addo now keeping that one in play. We're hitting that final minute. You can see even there, Addo off the ceiling to meet that ball. Falcons still looking for the passing lanes. Roas, no boost, able to get this one out in front. You're starting to see a little bit of danger there. But here goes Addo once again. Able to pick this one. Can he get the follow? Slippery side, got the 50. It's not enough. Vatira, no, not able to make contact on that one. So still, once again, this one play for Karmine Corp. Rise, slow play, trying to get it over 2. Addo from the midfield will be able to stay on top of this one. Gets it right in front of the goal line, but Falcons knock it away.
Heads and hands all over the arena. Roas denied by Vatira. It was wide. And he'll try and get around Killers, but only as far as TRK. Roas is up, but he's met as well by another K-Corp defender. Here goes Rise. Might as well feed one of the hot hands. Surprisingly, not Vatira in this series. It's Rise and Atto who have done the lion's share of the work offensively. Vati drop down for Rise!
They will not be denied! Rise sets it through! Karmine Corp in front! They're giving everything and more!
The bump certainly didn't help things for Team Falcons. They send 2 to try and force that through. Does not work out. 20 seconds. Atto to put it away, not no. Chance now with 15 though. We've got to get on to possession. And the problem is K-Corp are holding it. 10 seconds left now. Karmine Corp trying to hang on. Lost through the air. Killers to his left. Can he set him up? No, Atto's in the way. TRK left hook. Swept away. And the blue wall stands tall.
Number one in Europe for a reason. Karmine Corp, the blue wall, moving on to the semis.
March is the month of busted brackets, but many still remain intact. Who had Karmine Corp as the favorite to win this whole thing coming in, and they barely survived. They exact revenge on Team Falcons for their previous defeats. And it's K-Corp on to the semis.
Rise shooting 2 for 5 that last game. You saw him as he walked across that stage. Ice in his veins. What a performance there from Karmine Corp. What a performance from Team Falcons as well. They showed up, they pushed Karmine Corp to the brink. But even then, the blue wall rose to the challenge. And we'll see you on Sunday.
We will indeed see Kameto's Commanders on Sunday. Another championship Sunday for Vatira. And why not just add to his legacy and a chance to add another major title to his credit. Leaf is standing by with the man of the hour.
The blue wall, give it up for Vatira.
I just gotta ask, how's your heart?
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but like my heart is boom, 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 boom.
I can't believe it. How you guys hold together, like how do you maintain composure in moments like that? That's insane.
I think we didn't. It's just like who has the most clutch in the vein, you know? Like, and I think we do. Me and Rise are Game 7 merchant, and Atto is simply the GOAT, bro. He's like so good.
We saw it. I wanted to ask, and I'm not sure you'll be able to tell me, but what makes you guys so clutch? Is it just the ability to calm down, or what's the secret?
I think like our individuals are really, really good, and we are really mechanical. And I think we know how to use like the time we have in offense, and we know how to like your playstyle make us like having time, you know.
Right. I want to ask about Falcons specifically, because it seemed like they had your number. They did take you down. Did you plan specifically against them coming into this matchup, or did you more so focus on yourselves? And what changed?
After playing them in Swiss, we knew how they were playing. You know, it's like really good players individually. They play a lot of 50s because they're good in ones. But mainly we focus on us, and we just adapt to what they do in the games.
I want you to tell me about those regions in general now, because it feels like the gap is getting smaller between some of the regions. We've seen South America, we've seen MENA doing wonderfully. What do you have to say about those regions? Because they're looking good now.
Yeah, I think like Sam and MENA are really, really good region. And the fact that they play in our server, like I'm talking for MENA, but they play in our servers in Europe. We play a lot of time against them in twos, in ones. And yeah, they're really good, and I think they can go far in every tournament. They're so, so, so good.
I just want to say, I'm sure you'll get to do this tomorrow when you're standing here on Championship Sunday in the Grand Finals. But do you have anything to say out to the fans right now? They're really loud, and it's lovely.
Bien, merci les gars, vous êtes des monstres et je vous jure qu'on va gagner le tournoi. Vous êtes les meilleurs, je vous jure continuez comme ça.
Thank you guys all for coming out today. There's going to be so much more good Rocket League tomorrow. It's going to be electric.
What a way to close out the semis. You couldn't have asked for a closer, better, more drama-filled match than that one. Karmine Corp still stands at the top. They get their revenge on Falcons, but you feel like if it had gone just another game, like it could have gone the other way. You never know. Falcons right there with them the whole way.
That felt like the finals. And we still have one more day with 4 great teams, but the Falcons have to hold their head high. They beat K-Corp once. They nearly did it again. Clearly, they will be back in Major 2 and plus that World Championship, but K-Corp, the ice in the veins. Like Vatira, not a great series. But the game win and play was all him, so he's got that ice.
I gotta say, Mina's gotta be absolutely sick of Rise and Vatira at this point. Took away the best chance that they had over in London. Come in, eliminate them from this in the best we have seen Mina play in a very, very long time. They'd be saying, anybody else, please, anybody else next time.
I hope they would say anybody else because they're just in the way. The Falcons could not have played that series any better. They started off slow, called the timeout, and I honestly felt like KC was on the back burner the whole time. But every single time they kept making clutch plays, Wade.
They got that game 2 buzzer beater from Karmine Corp, and then they just fell silent moving from that point on. It felt like it was Falcon series.
We have seen it over and over again in Europe. BDS, Vitality, Gentlemates, they all know how it feels to have KC that close. But that close is as good as anyone has done so far.
And not only that, they had him on the ropes. We got a tactical timeout by K-Corp. We said that would be the advantage. They lost the next game. Falcons were up 3-2, and then Atto, he shows up at Neo Tokyo with one of the greatest goals we have ever seen right here. First, the tie-in goal. It was back and forth with Atto. The pinch goal was out of this world, and then the clutch plays from Rise. But it's just back and forth the whole way.
It was just open nets after that, and you're like, K-Corp, you got the clutch Rise goal, you got the clutch kickoff goal, and then Falcons, they scored 3 straight, bang, bang, bang. But K-Corp should not be denied. Slow play right there, Rise, great deft touch to set up Atto, and then all of a sudden, K-Corp tap in right there. They held it down. He's just talking. He's great.
It was insane to watch. I don't know, you maybe could catch it on the stream a few times, but there was even points. They win game 6 in overtime. Farah is like, they're popping off. Farah's like, sit back down. We have another game to play. We have not won yet. Like, I've never seen Farah have to work so hard in a match. But speaking of game 6, the overtime winner from Atto. Atto having one of the best games of his career to get his team to game 7. Watch this.
It's overtime. You have to hit one of the greatest shots to beat Falcons because Falcons defense was fantastic. Times the pinch cross court to hit it far right post. It was an unbelievable shot from him. And sometimes those are the moments that you need. And it seems like K-Corp, they always have those moments.
Everyone was saying, why Atto over Joyo? Why did you two go for him? There you go. That's exactly why. He is going to bring the heat when they need it. And he's now proven he is up to that level.
Oh, yeah, that was his best time I've ever seen him play. Best series of his life probably so far. And then, you know what? He could actually usurp that tomorrow. He's got a semifinal matchup against Gentlemates.
I believe it is Gentlemates there. We have a European side of the bracket. The other side does have a North American team, but it is 3 Europeans. We didn't get to all 4 European top final.
Surprise!
We also didn't get to no European top 4 here, but you know, this kind of made sense here. So
Gibbs, listen, out of the 4 European teams, you would have before the day began, you would have thought that BDS would have been here, wouldn't you?
Yeah, my lock of the day was BDS over G2, and that did not happen, and I am so happy for it. G2 is here to battle against the best in Europe. It's going to be a fun day.
An incredible day. We only have 3 more matches to play before we crown a champion in Copenhagen. We will start the day by finding out whether North America gets to keep going on, whether we will have an NA versus EU final. That first match, G2 will take on the reigning world champs, and then Karmine Corp will face off against Gentlemates.
And then we get a peak of viewership for Karmine Corp against
very
Gentlemates.
true.
That is going to be quite the matchup there between them.
And we get two cheering fan sections against each other again. Gentlemates are in the house, the Blue Walls in the house as well. My goodness, folks, if you think that this is a vibe and you're like, man, I really wish I had gone, if you're getting the FOMO sitting at home, make sure you get your tickets for London, ticketmaster.co.uk if you want to be there. It's going to be incredible. It's loud. It's amazing. Shogun.
Everyone just sort of started looking at me.
We're just pointing at Shogun. It's his home
Why
court.
don't you sell it, Shogun? Show the people.
Well, I've got to sell you on London. My goodness.
Sell it.
haven't seen any sort of Rocket League hype package of all time. It comes from these events. All of the crowd nature that you see at these events is from the original London. We continue to build on the legacy and continue to build legends in the Copperbox Arena.
We're going to continue to do that. I can't wait to see what legends get set in stone there, but we're doing new ones here. We got more tomorrow, folks. The First Touch pre-show kicks off at 5 p.m. Central Eastern Standard Time, and then we have the game starting an hour after that, Central European Standard Time. It's a long.
It's daylight savings time tonight.
There's also
European,
there's
so.
daylight savings time here. How that affects your region, I don't want to think about.
That might be good to say like louder as well, because we've lost some people who I'm hoping do know that is happening tomorrow, otherwise they might get here at the wrong time.
They just turned it off. They're too late. Central European Standard Time. You can tune in 5 p.m. Pacific, not Pacific, PM. You know, we're gonna stop, folks.
You're tuning at 5.
At this time, you can watch this guy and his friends talking on the First Touch, and then an hour after that, we'll have the game starting for the semifinals. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for Championship Sunday.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy T-Bates here, and it's T-Bates Debates time. You know, I've been on Twitter. I've seen a lot of yapping from a lot of people so far this season. So, you know, I want to see what y'all's hottest takes are, and I want to see if they're actually good. All right, we got a tweet here from Pyrrhic6_. Elevate beat KCP in the 0-2 round, and then reverse sweep OG to make it to round 5. That's a take. I mean, Elevate beating KCP, that's not saying much. I mean, KCP, I mean, all they do is walk around, you know, in their little quick trip gear. They're just here for a vacation. They're not here to play. So, I mean, of course, Elevate, they got Spain, they got Kevin. They're not bad. I can see them beating them. But then OG, you gotta stop it right there. That definitely won't be happening, period. I understand you got an interesting take. It's okay. It's interesting, but it's just flat out wrong. Colby, at Alt Colby. Appreciate the tweet, Colby. Limitless actually has a chance of upsetting Karmine Corp. Okay, talk to me about that, Colby. They are an underrated squad with a lot of talent. Okay. And I think the Blue Wall may not take them seriously, giving them a chance. Oh, wow. I'm not taking serious. The Blue Wall might crumble right here. They only need 3 games. I think that last part is very important. They only need 3 games. To win, you gotta get 3 games. You act like that's just a piece of cake. Come on, Colby. This last part, I mean, that's why you only got 4 likes on the tweet. If you tweet it, they only need 1 game, you might have had more than 4. You might have got 5. Everyone is sleeping on OG this major. Oh, of course he says that, JNaps. Okay. They have the power of Boomer energy and will be a big sleeper in Swiss. He's saying Boomer because JNaps is at a ripe age of 24. If that is Boomer energy, then I don't know what to tell you, because that means I'm ancient. I'm interpreted as they have the power of just true synergy and land experience. But Seb, I'm having fun with this. Let's see what else we got on T-Base Debates. This tweet comes from Martian RL. Martian. Limitless elevate, make top 8 over Vitality. We don't even believe that. Next tweet, man. I don't even want to read that, man. Okay, I love a good profile image. About time. By the way, we need more profile images like that from Mr. Patel. Let's see. At Patel, NA522766189. Is this even a real account? We got to have to verify these. KCs will go 0-3 and Swiss. Another one of these, like, what do you mean KC will go 0-3? You don't even believe that. If you're gonna tweet at the Rocket League Esports handle, at least tweet something that you actually believe in. This is just nonsense. They're probably gonna go 3-0 in Swiss, and you know that. All right, y'all, this is the end of T-Base Debates. I appreciate the tweets. I gotta get out of here. They're kicking me out. See y'all later. Oh, no!